Hey, good morning, everybody. What's happening? Are you tired? Me too. I'm going home. What time were you guys out till last night?
11:30, 12 o'clock.
Yeah? You stayed at the party till 11:30, 12 o'clock?
No, we went to get a drink, and then we went to Mott Street.
Wow. Wait, Jackie. You got energy. What time did you get up this morning?
5:30. Stayed in the city. It's great.
You know, it's funny, like, you know, we went to Robin's book party last night, and I'm in the car with my parents and my wife going home. And we were talking about all the different people we saw, because I didn't get this. I don't know. Some people I saw there, some people I didn't. So everyone said, well, did you see Jackie? So I go, yeah, everyone had seen Jackie. Yeah, Jackie said hi, and my mother goes, oh, and his wife is so sweet. And, you know,
I didn't see Nancy.
I didn't either. Yeah, but, and then someone said, anyone see Fred? And they go, no. My mother goes, well, you think Fred would come up and say hello? I go, you don't know Fred. I said, we have to go up and say hello to Fred every day.
I saw your mom on the way in.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you speak to her, Fred?
I kissed her. So I don't know how that turned into
Really?
that.
I don't know. I guess the rest of us were saying we hadn't seen you, and I said, oh, Fred was there? He wouldn't come up and say hello to me. Like, he couldn't find me.
Did you see Howard?
I saw him deliver the speech.
Yeah.
Oh.
I had a better speech than Belzer and Godfrey, that's for sure. That was obvious. Well, Jackie will never admit it.
You didn't have to go far to do a better speech.
Right. Jackie will never admit it.
You were much funnier than him.
I was. There you go. He admitted it.
It hurt him, but he did.
Gilbert got up and made a speech to Robin, and I don't think he said one thing about Robin.
No.
He did his act.
It was a generic
speech. I don't know what he's had a rant and rave, and I don't know what he was talking about. It was a fun party. We'll tell you all about it in a minute. I got to take a break first, though. I don't want to get far behind, and we'll be back right after these words with the big show. Yeah. So Robin had a book party last night, which was...
thank you for coming, by the way.
Yes, no problem. I enjoyed myself.
It's difficult for you to
I'm exhausted this morning.
change your schedule.
Jackie and Fred said they were out till like midnight drinking. Oh, you weren't?
I left them.
Oh, you did?
Jackie will always close every party. He doesn't care what day of the week it is.
No, it's every day of the week is a party. Hey, what's the big deal? I'm here, aren't I? In fact, he can't keep his eyes open. It has nothing to do with it.
We haven't heard a peep out of him yet.
Yeah. So, of course, as you know, Robin have a party during the middle of the week, and inviting my parents was a big pain in the ass.
You look like you were enjoying your family immensely.
Yeah. Well, first of all, we get to the book party, and my dad... My dad's, like, kind of antisocial.
Uh-huh.
He used to be, like, real social, but he just stands there. So he was, like, standing there like a lump of wood. Did you notice he just, like, stands there and doesn't talk to anyone?
He came over and said hello to me, and then I got sort of, I couldn't keep my eye on anybody.
Well, I was there for a good 15 minutes before you, so I'm saying, like, he just gets there, and my mother keeps going, Ben, you gotta circulate. You gotta circulate.
Ben's not circulating?
Yeah. I think he stopped circulating years ago. I don't think there's any blood rushing through there.
Oh, dear.
So, like, I would try to, introduce my dad to different people. Like, people were constantly coming up to me, because they're excited to see me, I guess, and they listen to the show. So, some guy comes up in this real smelly T-shirt and stuff, and scraggly beard, and he starts saying, I work on your father's car, I work on your father's car.
How'd he get in there?
I don't know, but then I said, hey, Dad, there's a guy here, works on your car. So we start going home later that night. My father goes, who was that guy you introduced me to with the T-shirt? I said, that's the guy who works on your car. He doesn't work on my car. I said, look, Dad, you were standing there. Nobody was talking to you. I thought I'd send somebody over to talk to you.
Yeah.
I never heard of him. I don't know his car. I said, no, your car. I don't know that car. I don't know him. He never worked on my car. Then it became, I go, Dad, so just say hello to the guy and then leave.
Mm-hmm.
He went for me. I was just trying to...
You were helping.
I mean, you were talking to a wall. I said anybody was better than nobody. And then Jackie got a big vote of approval from my parents in the car afterwards.
Is that right?
Jackie's very nice. Jackie's different than Fred.
Uh-oh. Jackie made points, Fred lost points.
I don't know. Maybe it was my mom, maybe my dad. I didn't see Fred.
Yeah, I didn't see him either.
I didn't see him. He doesn't. And then I said, of course not. I said, I didn't see Fred either. And I said, and quite frankly, if he had seen Allison, he wouldn't known who she was anyway. My wife. He has to be reintroduced.
He hasn't seen her in a long time.
Yeah. And then Jackie's wife got some raves.
Yeah?
Beautiful girl.
Who said that?
I think my mother.
There you go.
I don't know why I didn't see Nancy. I saw Jackie.
Yeah. And then I'm really attracted to my agent's daughter, but I
was going to say, I didn't realize she had grown up that way.
Yeah, I know. My agent, Don Buchwald, has a daughter who looks like Shannon Doherty.
She looks better each time you see her.
Yeah, I know.
I've seen her about 3 or 4 times, and each time.
Yeah, she's real hot, and actually, I'm thinking of going off with her. Wouldn't that be great if I married...
Off with your agent's daughter.
Yeah, wouldn't that be great?
You know who was sitting on a bed with her, don't you?
Yeah, Ralph. Yeah, well, he does that just to screw up Don's
You
head.
know who else spent a lot of time with her?
Oh.
Ganji.
Oof.
See, but she's got that Tori Spelling syndrome because, not only is she good looking, but she's like heir to all this money and stuff.
So whose money?
Buchwald's got like a decent amount of money.
Does he? How do you know?
Because he's got like a bunch of houses and a bunch of apartments and a bunch of buildings and stuff.
Yeah, I guess.
Must have something.
Yeah, he must have something. Not quite Tori Spelling, though.
Right, I mean, it's not like that.
Yeah, right.
I don't think there's an elevator in his house.
No.
You might have to
I've
work.
seen his house.
You might have to work if you marry her, but you won't have to work hard.
Right. Yeah. She's hot.
Beautiful eyes.
Yeah, she's a good-looking girl.
And then did you see...
like, I did some work with her one time, and I'm like sitting there going, uh-oh, I'm really attracted to my agent's daughter.
What work did you do with her?
I had her doing something with me, something not related to the show.
Yeah.
And we were working on
Just
it.
office work or something?
No, not office work, but
It was something
she was.
creative.
Yeah, I had her read something that I had written, and I wanted her to chop it down. She's a pretty good writer.
Oh,
so
yeah?
so I was just, we were checking
Because I
each
really
other
don't
out.
even know what she does.
No one does.
Oh.
So she's Don's daughter.
She's Don's daughter. Okay.
Yeah, so I was checking her out, and and I'm looking her over, and I go, I think she's very attractive. I'm trying to look at her like a daughter.
Yeah.
I'm going.
But you keep that man keeps coming through.
Yeah, and I go, wow. And thank God she doesn't look anything like my agent. So
she doesn't at all.
she looks like her mother. So I'm just like, oh, man, ooh. Right, Fred? Fred was there when...
she was gorgeous.
Yeah,
I was talking to her last night and trying to pretend like I was interested in what she was saying. But
yeah, right.
So Fred went over to her.
Yeah.
No, she actually came up to me, and I was like looking at her going like, yeah, that's my agent.
Yeah. And then when I was at your party, there was a whole bunch of people there, obviously, who I knew, but I couldn't quite attach a name to them.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of that going on. Like, they're all people from my past, and I'm looking, and Gary'd have to come over and tell me who everyone was. There was one guy there, I knew him. I know I've talked to him 100 times, and I'm staring at him, and I'm talking to him, and I'm going...
That's the worst, when it's somebody you know that you just absolutely should know.
And I'm going, who the heck is this? Who is this? So Gary comes over, he goes, I know you don't know who that is. I go, you're kidding? He goes, I didn't know who. I had to sit and really think.
Wow, who was it?
Yeah.
It was Steve, David Brenner's old manager.
He was there?
Yeah.
He'd only been on the air with us maybe 20 times.
Yeah.
None of us could remember.
Yeah, Steve Raidman.
Really?
Yeah, he just didn't look like Steve Raidman.
Was he the guy that looked like the Bella last night?
Yeah, that's Steve.
Whoa.
I didn't see him.
Without David Brenner next to his side, you don't know who he is.
Wow.
It's
So
really
it's crowded,
weird.
so you're waving from the other side of the room and then quickly turn your head.
First I thought he was somebody who worked in my agent's office, because I said, I know, he works in my agent. He's my agent's brother. I don't know who he was. I mean, it was driving me nuts. Thank God Baba Fuhai read me, Ralph.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like standing by me and telling me who everyone was. Because like I saw May Pang and Tony Visconti and, all those people, and I knew who they were and everything. I was like real proud of myself. I
Right,
was doing
that's
good.
your names.
I called Kenneth Keith Kallenbach Kevin. I was pretty close.
I didn't understand how there were some Whack Pack members there, and then there were a lot that weren't. Were some not invited? Like
I have no idea.
I told you, Robin got a list from me, whoever was at my
I'll
party.
tell you that I wasn't capable of keeping full control, so I had to let other people do things.
Okay.
And I don't know how some people got on the list.
Here's a
and
weird
some people
example.
didn't.
Kenneth Keith Kallenbach there, Vinny Mazzio there, no Fred the Elephant Boy.
Oh, by the way, I was like, first I was going, gee, Dominic wasn't there, but then I remember he called me during the week. He has a case in Florida.
Oh.
So he was
I
probably
wondered
invited.
where he was.
No, he was probably... No, he's been out of town for the week.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, my God, did Dominic not get on the list?
Yeah, I know. And then I was saying, hey, Scott, the engineer's not here.
He was on.
He was on the list?
Yeah, but he couldn't find a babysitter or something.
So he's not allowed to go himself.
Right.
Right.
Like Leslie West called me yesterday morning and asked if he could come.
He wasn't on the list?
He might have been, but he's moved a few times.
I think he was on your list.
Yeah. He should have been.
Yeah. I don't know, but I didn't see Scott the engineer there, and I said it's either he was invited and his wife couldn't make it, so therefore he's not allowed to go.
Right.
There was no smoking.
Maybe he was protesting not being in the book.
I heard Al Rosenberg was complaining. The only reason Al Rosenberg was on the list was because I left him on the list. Because he never would have been invited to your party.
Wait a minute. Al's in the book. Why wouldn't he be invited to the
He
party?
was complaining because he only got an invite for one and was told specifically it was only for him, that he couldn't bring his wife.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
And my mother goes, that's ridiculous.
I'd say it, too.
Too late now.
In fact, as soon as I saw Al, I was asking him where was his wife.
You didn't invite her.
Oh, he didn't tell me that.
You didn't invite her.
That is not fair.
Al, where is your wife? You didn't invite her. Oh.
I would never have done that. That's
Right.
ridiculous.
So, yeah, because people don't realize, you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Then, I don't know.
You know who else got rave reviews?
Who?
Your agent's assistant. Your agent's new assistant.
I really didn't get to check her out.
She's gorgeous. She's hot.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that my agent has an assistant that's a real piece of ass, but I saw her for 2 seconds. I couldn't get a look. Is the body real good or something?
Great.
I didn't
Beautiful
get
face.
Yeah, I didn't really get a good look at her.
Maybe I don't know who she is.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who anybody is.
Did you see Gretchen? The girl you're going to play in basketball today? Yeah,
I'm playing this girl. This girl, Gretchen, is the girl, in case you didn't hear it on the radio, this is the girl who went with Martin Landau to the Academy Awards.
Yeah.
Martin Landau was about 100 years old, it looks like to me, and she's this young, hot girl. She was making out with him and stuff. And I said to her during the commercials even, I said, how the hell? I mean, Martin Landau's a great actor and everything. I said,
but
how does a young, foxy girl like you...
a good...
Right.
He doesn't age well. He's not Cary Grant.
Right. So I said, listen, how's a young, foxy girl like you, what's he doing an old man? She goes, to tell you the truth, I have a much younger boyfriend now. So, of course, the boyfriend shows up at your party last night. It's Marjo.
Stop it. That's not her boyfriend.
Oh, it isn't?
I don't know. You're telling me
I don't know. I didn't see him. I didn't see either one of them.
They were hanging
They were there together.
They were huge.
Marjo Gortner, remember that guy, the child evangelist? You know what? She's one of those girls. I'm going to talk to her today about it when I play her in basketball. She's one of those girls that has to have a famous guy, even if he's like peripherally famous.
Right.
Like, why doesn't she just go out with a guy?
Yeah, because she comes over. I want you to meet my friend Marjo.
Yeah, Marjo, as in Marjo. Marjo.
It's a televangelist.
And someone told me he looked like Liberace.
He was wearing a ruffled shirt. I hadn't seen one of those in years. And it was open at the top. Little chest hairs poked out.
Bright silver hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
My mother was upset that you had Joey Buttafuoco.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Take it up with her. I don't know. No, because she doesn't approve of what he did. And
I want to invite Mary Jo. She usually brings Joey along.
Yeah. She doesn't approve of what he did.
Well, he did his time. He's a free man.
It's great. I go to a party. Do me a favor. Next time you have a party.
You had him at your party. Did she complain about him there?
Yeah.
Oh.
But, the thing is that, like, when my mother doesn't like something, she gets real vocal. I was like, I'm just walking around trying to have a good time at your party, right? I'm seeing some old friends and everything, and it was kind of fun. I was actually almost having a good time. My wife wasn't bugging me. You know what I mean? She was behaving herself. How'd my wife look?
She looked great.
She looked good, right?
Yeah, I had a rescue at one point. Somebody from American Journal got a hold of her, and they were doing, like, Stutter and John type questions.
Yeah, I know.
So
You're kidding.
Yeah, there were a whole bunch of reporters. Before you walked in, were just, like, milling around and, like, asking me stuff. So they started chasing me through the halls.
Oh, that was funny.
It was kind of cool with Robin had this book party. It's over at the FX Studios, that new, you probably don't get it on your cable. Nobody does.
Nobody does, yeah.
But they bought up an apartment and made it into a set for their morning show.
Actually, what they did was they bought an empty space and made a set that looks like an apartment.
Yeah, and it's cool. I mean, it's beautiful. I would have liked to have actually just looked around there a little bit.
I would love to go back and actually take a tour.
I kind of took a weird tour. I had reporters chasing me through each room, so I'm not sure what I saw.
You saw everything, but very quickly.
I was kind of like, when I was there first, I was having a good time, but then all of a sudden, This like lot. This guy just puts his camera and goes, "We're live on TV, Howard." And like it was FX.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, we're live on TV. And I was just like, oh man. And they asked me a bunch of stuff, and I wasn't particularly witty. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what this was. And then all of a sudden, once he started, a whole crowd of them started in, and they're following me around. So they're chasing me from room to room to room. And I'm like, holy cow! I don't even know what I'm saying. And they asked me stuff like, what do you think of the Ultimate Fighting Championship? So I said, what? She goes, who do you think's going to win the Ultimate Fighting Championship? What do you think of it? Do you think it's wrong? I said, so I get a hold of my agent. I go, there's somebody hounding me about the Ultimate Fighting Championship. Do you want me doing stuff like this? So he goes out there and finds out what's going on. He goes, no. Some guy, see what it is? This is how you end up in weird stuff. Somebody's putting together a piece, like one of those shows, like Hard Copy, on the Ultimate Fighting Championship.
Right.
So they want people to comment on it.
Yeah.
So suddenly I'm going to end up in the Ultimate Fighting Championship piece.
Howard, you weren't introduced to the Ultimate Fighting Champion?
Yeah, I was. And I didn't know what the hell that was.
Say?
I don't know. I said, congratulations.
They make it sound like you're supposed to know who he is and care.
Yeah, but I don't know. It got weird. And then as the reporters are coming in on me, this is all before you got there, there was this boxing guy there who's in Tony and Tina's wedding.
Vito Antifermo.
Yeah, and Vito, I mean, I'm not saying he took too many punches to the head, but Vito's like...
The little guy?
That Vito,
the little guy in the red robe?
That's what I saw. I couldn't...
All I know is he starts in on him. He goes, hey, Howard, how come Robin's got a bunch of boxers coming in with I should be up there. 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 Come on, Howard, take a picture with me. Take a picture with me. Hey, Howard, do you know who I am? I go, I don't know.
Boxer?
I thought he was that guy, Boom Boom Mancini.
No.
I go,
Sort of looks
I
like
said, are you Boom Boom Mancini? He goes, he goes, come on, Howard. Come. Then all of a sudden, he's putting his arm around me, and we're taking pictures. And I let the guy take a picture. Then he's taking another picture. Then he's taking, come on, Howard. Gary comes over, and he goes, hey, Vito, give the guy a break.
Yeah.
So Gary gets me out of there.
Howard goes, Gary, don't we have something we have to go look at in the back?
Yeah, so I get chased into another room. Then I'm like, then the reporters just chasing me from room to room to room. Finally, Channel 9 is there. UPN 9.
Oh, yeah.
Channel 9, which I hate, I'm at war with, that they've treated me miserably. They've never done the right thing by me. She comes up, can I have an interview with you? I go, no. I'm not doing anything for you guys. Why should I help you? Then I called my agent over to yell at them.
Oh.
Because they wouldn't even take it from me, because they were getting me on camera yelling at them.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So he put a piece of paper over their lungs. This is some party. No wonder I love going out.
You get with everybody.
And I was actually having a good time back there, because Gilbert and Belzer were back there doing a dreidel salesman routine. That was real funny. Yeah, my dad was watching. He was always... Those comics are good. They're making funny jokes over there. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to see if I can hold my own.
Oh, no. He wanted to go
My father
join in?
My father was excited that Belzer and Gilbert were doing routines in the corner, but they were doing them for each other.
Yes, of course.
And evidently they do a dreidel salesman routine, where one of them is a dreidel salesman, and the other guy owns the dreidel company, and they're freaking out because all the dreidels with the gimbals on them are broken, and they're going to be stuck with extra dreidels.
Oh, dear.
So my father walks up and goes, why don't you have a truck that delivers the dreidels in 2 hours, like Dial-A-Mattress? So, the bit comes to a screeching halt.
This is terrible. Terrible.
So later on, my father's in the car. He goes, and then my father drags me to the side and goes, what's those guys' names again? I go, that's Belzer and Gilbert. Right. Then we get in the car, and he goes, boy, I held my own with those two guys.
He has no clue that he is.
No. That they were being polite. Oh, yeah, I held my own with those two.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
He jumped right into the dreidel bit.
Yeah, my father was right in there. I don't know, so I was, like, hanging around, and then my father would come over. Every time I'm having a good time at a party, evidently they started pumping music in about halfway through the party. Were you aware of it? No one was aware of it. I didn't even notice the music. All of a sudden he goes, I can't hear anything with this music. I want to have conversation. And I'm like, Dad, this is a party. People have music. They didn't have music the whole night. Now they have music.
It wasn't even that loud.
No, but it drove him nuts. Made him nuts. But that's the problem. My parents are invited. All of a sudden, I'm responsible for everything that happens at the party. I I said, go complain to Robin. It's her party. They wouldn't complain to you. No, we're not complaining to Robin.
Thank goodness I have you to buffer.
Yeah. Oh, my God. I said, it's Robin's party. Go ask her to lower the music.
I didn't even hear any music.
Please. No one did, except my parents.
Did you meet Gay Rich's better half?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, see,
that
I
was
missed
weird.
that.
Gay Rich was there, and then all of a sudden he goes, I'd like to introduce you to my friend, Tim.
And all of a sudden you start conjuring up him.
And he's tall.
Yeah. Tim is tall?
Yeah.
Tim was a good-looking guy.
Suddenly,
I
like...
said, hi, any friend of Gay Rich's is oh.
I said...
popped up in mid-sentence.
All of a sudden, man, I started picturing Rich naked and that big tall guy naked.
Oh,
was he good-looking?
He was taller than me. It was hard to see his face.
Wow.
Yeah, he was like one of those models out of a catalog.
Yeah, he was a good-looking guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, short hair,
Yeah.
tall, good-looking.
This is my boyfriend. Yeah, like she didn't say his boyfriend. He's my friend.
friend.
My friend.
life mate.
Nice couple.
They did make a nice couple.
What do you say to him? I almost said that to him. Oh, you
I don't
make a
know.
nice couple. Like, just,
Jackie, you just say hello and you treat him like anyone else.
You
He doesn't
do
know
not.
what to do. Jackie's like, I don't know what to do. I wonder what I'm supposed to do.
Jackie's looking for the place to put his foot in his mouth.
Yeah, right, Jackie. How far should I go?
how can I offend him?
I wonder how far he was from making some terrible anti-gay joke.
I don't know. Hey, want to hear something about faggots?
Hey, see, suckers!
Yeah, I saw those two. Who else did you see there? There was a lot of people there. There's a picture in the paper of Joey Buttafuoco and Carol Shire together, and they don't even mention Robin's party.
I was very pissed at that.
Yeah, that's not
they
right.
They just say they're at the new FX studios. Like, what would they be doing there?
Yeah, that was weird. That got me pissed.
Well, did you see Kreskin?
Kreskin is, you know what? Keep Kreskin away from me.
What
I
is it, Kreskin
want to.
to you?
I'm going to call the police and get a restraining order.
What did he
He's
do
not
to
allowed
you?
within 300
He
feet of
gets
me.
very excitable.
I don't know. He sees me.
It's very weird.
And you know what? Unless he's like holding a deck of cards in his hands, you don't recognize who he is.
That's so true.
You know what I mean? Because he came up and he's like, Howard, Howard, Howard. He like barks. He's like, Howard, Howard, ruh, 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 ruh. He goes, Kreskin, Kreskin, Kreskin. I go, oh, hey, Kreskin, how you doing? And he feels like this connection between me and him.
Yeah.
You know, like we're lovers or something.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, he's like, you know.
He thinks you're a good friend.
Yeah, he gets all emotional. I'm his friend. You know, I've had him on the show once. Once or twice. He's like, Kreskin, 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 Kreskin. So, you know, the thing that I don't like about Kreskin is when you shake his hand, he really shakes your hand hard and it hurts.
But then, I see you didn't do it.
So, well, here's what happened. Here's what happened. So I went up to him and I said, hey, Kreskin, man. Well, I was trying to walk out of your party. I couldn't walk out. Kreskin comes up and he starts yapping to me. Right in my face, too, you know. And, like, you know, Kreskin's breath isn't that fresh that he can be right in your face. You know what I mean? You know. So, like, he's right next to, like, he's nose to nose. Kreskin, Kreskin, Kreskin.
Plus,
I said,
plus he's wearing makeup.
yeah, what was that?
I don't know.
He had a lot of makeup on.
He just got off the plane from Oslo, but he had makeup on.
You know, and he's a real talented guy. Don't get me wrong. What he does is amazing and all that
Yes,
crap. You know, I dig him. There's no
He is
question.
amazing, that Kreskin.
Yeah, but I dig watching him on TV. He's obnoxious in person.
He doesn't have, you know, he's great on stage.
Yeah.
But you don't want to stand in a room and try to talk to him.
No, because then he goes, unless he's doing card tricks, it's not fun. So, you know, read my mind, then I'm happy. So then I said, look, Kreskin, he had his hand out. I go, I'm not shaking your hand for a reason. You're vicious with it.
Yeah, you hurt people.
You shake my hand, and it hurts, and I don't want to shake your hand. I got to be honest with you. I mean, I can't describe to you what the guy does. He almost breaks your wrist.
You go to your knees.
And he squeezes your hand real hard. I guess the guy has one of those clamps that you those hand muscle machines.
Well, he must have to be, you know, work with his hands and stuff because of what he does.
I don't know, but like I just said to him, look, man, it hurts my hand, and I really don't want to be in pain for the night. Please, shake my hand, shake my hand, shake my hand.
I know, it's a big thing, too, with him.
Yeah, and I said,
shake his hand.
I said, I don't want to. He says, I promise I won't. I said, you know what, why don't we just not shake hands? It's okay, I can get over it. Please, shake my hand, shake my hand. I said, I promise I won't do anything. So, of course, I go to shake his hand, and Haley, the publicist, cute blonde that she is standing, like, right under me. Kreskin grabs my hand, starts rattling it real hard. He bashes Haley in the head with my wrist. And she starts, like, whimpering.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, and it turned into and he goes, I'm sorry.
He can't help himself.
And I just said, you know what, Kreskin, goodbye. And just split. And then I was almost out the door, and Robin pulls me back in to meet her psychiatrist.
That weirded me out.
Yeah.
Because she said to me, she goes, Gary, what a pleasure to meet you. I've heard so much about you. And I had this vision of Robin on the couch going, I hope he dies.
Yeah, I know. Because the psychiatrist even said something weird to my wife.
What did she say?
She walked up to my wife and she goes, thank God you did it. Robin didn't take your advice on who to go to. Wait a second.
Wait a minute.
So I said, what did she mean by that, Allison? She goes, I don't know. I never gave Robin any advice on who to go to. I don't even know any therapists.
Yeah.
I don't know. I said, well, Robin and her psychoses must have led her to believe something.
Oh, stop. Here we go again.
Oh, come on. You're a sick woman. You admit it. You are whacked out.
You are so
You even
crazy.
say your own perceptions are off.
You are so crazy.
Right?
Read your book.
Read your book. Don't call me crazy. Spend a few minutes with chapter 3.
Oh, boy.
All right. So anyway, I was... So I don't know. So there was
How
something...
could you have even said anything to Allison? You guys were going out the door, and I just introduced you, and you left.
I guess they had met earlier. I don't know what it was, but when I met your therapist, I thanked her 1,000,000 times.
Yeah, you said, thank you for saving my life.
Yeah.
Which was very strange.
Yeah. You were whacked out of your mind. I got to admit, the therapist was real good with you.
What?
I don't know what she does. I know that she left the business after you. Didn't she or something?
Yeah, she's out of the business.
Yeah.
She retired.
Yeah, she actually left the business after Robin.
Couldn't take it anymore.
Well, now she's a piano teacher, yeah. You know what would be funny? If they found her, like, hanging in a room on a rope.
I can't help her.
Off a cable.
Sequel.
I can't help her.
She really did quit the business.
Robin sucked the life out of her.
Yeah. Like a vampire.
Not anymore. After me, I took it all out of her.
Yeah.
You walk past the bar and she's over in the corner drunk.
Yeah, right. Had to drag her up.
She was not.
Took her out to Gurney.
I can't take it anymore.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
What do you want, Ralph? Watch the energy suck out of her. Go ahead, what?
Leslie told me a funny story. He went over to Belzer and he was kissing his ass, telling him how much he liked Homicide and how good he was and everything.
Yeah.
Till about 2 minutes later when he realized it was his brother.
Oh, it was Len Belzer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Leslie was trying to tell me that. I couldn't understand what he was saying.
Belzer's brother was there?
Yeah.
Looks just
Geez,
like
I
him
didn't
with
see
gray
anybody.
hair.
I didn't see him either.
You tell them they look alike, they both get pissed off.
Yeah, because no one wants to look like the other one.
It's like, wait a minute, I'm better looking, babe.
Yeah.
I also spent some time with Robin's foot masseuse.
Yeah, me too. What'd she get, braces?
Laura, yes.
Gee, that was a good move at 40 years old.
She wants to look good.
Wants to look good. How many?
She said everybody's doing it. A couple of my friends had braces on there.
Robin has this friend who like rubs feet for a living.
Laura Norman.
And who
the
can-
reflexologist.
Yeah.
Just rub-
And she got Robin convinced, and everyone convinced that she's like the best at it in the world because she wrote some book on it.
Oh, you.
But meanwhile, so all I know is she's kind of good looking, and Robin got me a gift once. I'd never had my feet rubbed, but she came into the room, and I was in a hotel, and she told me to pull my pants up, and she would rub my feet and lay in bed and relax, and I thought she was really going to go for me. I thought she was going to give me something, and I would just lay there and just, hey, it's part of the thing. That's okay.
I don't know what a foot rub is
Yeah, right. Hey,
to be.
but she didn't go for it.
She only rubs feet.
But she was there with her boyfriend,
Yeah.
who was like trying to make conversation with me.
Oh,
Hey, I understand you got your feet rubbed from my girlfriend. Hey, I understand. I was like, oh. I go, yeah, I did. And they're all excited because I thought she was cute. So
Yeah.
if I think she's cute, then everyone thinks she's cute.
I guess. You said something about her once, and people were calling her to ask her if she had breast augmentation.
Right.
You know what's funny? Have you ever seen her price list?
Yeah.
Like if you go to the place, it costs you X amount of dollars, but if you get her to do it, it's almost double.
Yeah. Well, she's the top one.
She's the woman.
That much better.
Yeah, that much better. It's that much different.
How would you? Why don't
Rubs
you
your
try
feet
it
that
and
much
see?
better.
I'd like to try, but I'd like to get a little more physical. I don't want to have my feet rubbed.
You're wacky.
I want to go to a masseuse who every once in a while relieves my tension.
Well, there's a
Give you a
special
real
masseuse
massage.
for that.
Yeah, isn't she Chinese?
Yeah.
They're Asian, they're down on 27th
That's
Street.
right.
Right. A lot of them are 16 years old and also in slavery.
That's right. They have to give all of their money over to somebody else to pay for their passage.
Yeah.
She never even got above her ankles, right?
No, she didn't even touch my ankle.
Well, why don't you remember, Jackie?
Because I was trying to remember if she did your knees or your thighs, but
I can't. Did
You
she
were
do your feet?
sleeping, is that why?
Did she do your feet?
No, I'm the one who fell asleep.
I can't imagine touching Jackie's feet.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that's why.
Oh,
you know
no,
what?
she's a professional.
That's-
She was not thrown at all.
That's why she had to get braces. It started corroding her teeth.
That's why she quit.
Yeah.
She's drinking with Robin Service.
Yeah.
And did you see that cute little sex therapist running around the party?
Yeah, what was that all about?
She's one of those kids who was not a kid. She's like
hot.
She's like 24 years old, but she's one of those people that grew up listening to the show.
I know.
Yes,
So
I met her.
she got her master's degree in human sexuality, and she wrote a book. And of course, she had to go pick a publicist. And since she's so infatuated with you,
Yeah.
she picked you a publicist.
Oh, I see. Yeah, she was really cute.
She was letting Kevin McMahon. Well, I shouldn't say.
I wanted to get to know her better.
So did a lot of people.
Yeah.
One
Since she's a sex
one
therapist.
person at the party knew her and ran up and gave her a big hug and kiss.
Yeah.
John Lawless.
No, really? Yeah,
One
that's
person
funny.
is like
Yeah,
a 23-year-old.
he's the new Dr. Ruth.
Yeah.
Set his sight.
Yeah.
John's sitting around, well, Ruth won't be around forever.
That's right, he's already
Yeah.
making
Ready
plans.
to drop.
Got a 25-year-old Dr. Ruth. We know this guy, John Lolis, who produced Butt Bongo Fiesta and a bunch of my New Year's Eve. No, he didn't produce Butt Bongo Fiesta, did he? Yeah, he did.
Yes, he did.
And he was the executive producer.
He was there.
He was the executive producer of our Channel 9 show. And his big claim to fame was he did like Kentucky Fried Movie or something.
Groove Tube.
Yeah, Groove Tube. And now he's like 80 years old. And the one thing he does now that's really his big thing, I mean, he does a lot of stuff, but the big thing that he does is whatever Dr. Ruth does, he produces.
That's right.
So he's getting nervous because Dr. Ruth's 147 years old.
She can't keep going forever.
So he's looking for the next thing in sex therapy.
So he picked this girl.
Yeah. So we did the book party, and did it get us any publicity for the book?
Well, it was on TV. I don't see it in the paper this time.
Yeah, I don't either. But big deal. You know what? When I did my book party, it didn't show up till about 4 days later.
Really?
Yeah. They don't care. They don't
As
care.
long as it shows up.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
We got to take a break. All right, good. I'm glad to be back. Back from Robin's book party last night, all of us.
Did you see Phoebe Snow?
Yeah, I saw Phoebe. I said hi to her.
Good. Are you speaking to Phoebe?
Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't I be?
I'm just making sure. I didn't hear
Yeah.
her say her name. I didn't know whether you had seen her or spoken to her.
You know, it's so, you know, I know obviously, I know you don't like to admit this, but Robin called me and asked me for a list of people I had at my book party, and I just gave her the list the way it was. And I know you didn't review the list.
I did.
You know why? You know why?
Why do you know?
Because it dawned on me when I'm walking through your party, and I see Steve Raidman, who is David Brenner's.
I didn't know.
Well, excuse me, wait a second. Let me just finish my thought here. I see Steve Raidman, David
Yeah.
Brenner's former manager,
Right.
who like 2 years ago when I had my book party, we were friendly with and everything, and you know we just don't see him that much anymore. And when I started looking at it, I said, now there's a guy that's here.
Who shouldn't be?
Who shouldn't be here. He was just on my list. Robin didn't have time to review the list.
Right.
Because I'm saying, like, Al Rosenberg's wife can't come because Steve
You're
Raymond's
looking
here.
through a list for people to cut to make room for more people.
Well, I mean, I know for a fact that yesterday everyone was buzzing around here. I think the E crew was really pissed that you didn't invite them. And like, you know, like Robin Radzinski.
Uh-huh.
Because Jackie walked up to Robin Radzinski. I didn't know this, but walked up to Robin Radzinski and said, hey,
Is that who it was?
yeah, I'll be partying with you tonight. And she went, where? No, he won't. He goes, Robin's party.
Felt like such a dick.
Yeah, and she goes, I wasn't invited.
Oh.
So I go, Steve Raidman was invited, but Robin Radzinski wasn't, who you see every day. You put no effort into it.
Oh, stop
You
it.
put no effort in
Excuse
it.
me, Howard.
Admit.
Excuse
Be honest.
me.
Come clean.
Excuse me.
Uh-oh.
Total
Acting-
time spent with the list. Total time.
acting as
Total
if-
time spent with the list.
Total time spent.
Total time spent with the list. Acting is not part of total time spent with the list.
I was not doing anything else. I wasn't even in town.
Total time
for
spent
most
with
of
the list.
planning
Not
of
a
this
glance.
party.
Not a glance.
Oh,
She won't answer. Total time spent with the list. Be honest. Come on. Come clean.
I
Zero?
wish that I had some time to plan a party. This
All right.
was not a party. This
Understood.
was a book promotion.
Understood.
You got Cato on the stand.
Time spent listening.
I spent a lot of time listening.
Come on. Time spent with the list. Tell me. Was it zero?
No, it was more than zero.
Did you turn the page?
Was it less than 5 minutes?
That's how a few people got invited.
Yeah, okay. There's no shame in that. It's better to admit it
No,
so they
but
understand.
I want people to know this was not me neglecting them. I was just incredibly busy, and I didn't have any time.
What'd you do on the plane the whole time you were riding around on out west?
I wasn't. I was trying to sleep because I wasn't getting any
all right.
sleep
Very
either.
good.
Should
Okay.
I sleep sometime?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, sorry.
All right, very good. Jackie the Joke Man Marlowe to
The
order.
list was already had to be in by
Understood.
then.
To order Jackie's Wild Comedy CD or cassette, no further explanation
You
required.
know what? That's it. See, this is what I didn't want to have a party.
Look out.
We understood.
What do you mean that's it? You can take back the party?
Yes. Take it back.
That's it. I'm never having another book party again. Only $10 plus $3 shipping and handling for Jackie's Wild Comedy CD or cassette. A Jokeland special, buy two, get one free. Call 1-800-323-KING. This Monday, May 8th, big benefit with All Folked Up. That's Jackie's wife's band who made it to the party last night.
I would certainly like to see Jackie's party.
Yeah. You've seen it. Even Siobhan was there. All Folked Up, and Vinny St. Martin's going to be there as well. A lot of people like Vinny St. Martin. At the Long Island Brewing Company in Jericho on Long Island. For filthy jokes and Robin excerpts, call 516-9221. Congratulations to you, Robin, and Jackie.
For just gone death of it.
All right, very good.
There was somebody else at the party you didn't mention.
Who?
Troy Roberts.
Oh, I didn't see him. That's why I didn't mention him. Your boyfriend.
You missed him. Not my boyfriend. He's just a friend.
Hello, my diva.
He doesn't sound like that either.
I do believe you are my Nubian diva.
I hope you're having a mellifluous evening.
Yeah. I didn't see a lot of people at your party because once the camera started chasing me around and asking me dumb questions.
Yeah. You had to go.
Yeah. When the guy started asking me about the World Fighting Championship. Ultimate Fighting Championship.
Yeah. I didn't even hear that. My goodness.
You know, some guy stuck a microphone in my face. Are you jealous of Robin's book?
I know, there was a lot of that. Do you think Howard's upset that you're upstaging him?
I said,
no.
I said, yes.
Oh,
I said, yeah, I'm a little upset. Sure I am. I got every right to be. What is this?
Are these Ultimate Fighter guys, are they, like, popular? Are they big celebrities? Somebody came up to me and said, I don't understand it. The Ultimate Fighting Warrior wants to get into the VIP room.
Yeah.
And he can't get in. I'm like,
Wayne Siegel was upset about that.
Ultimate Fighting Warrior.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, I know, because he came up to me and they said, Howard, we'd like to introduce you to the Ultimate Fighting Champion. And it was like this big, muscle head. And I just was like, hey, man, great.
I know, there were guys walking around with belts on. I didn't know what those belts were.
I know. Everybody at your party had a belt on. Like that boxer who was hounding me.
Yeah.
Vinny Infermo.
Vito Antifuermo.
Yeah. Hey, Howard. Yeah? And he's wearing a boxing robe and gloves.
Yeah.
I go, yeah? You know who I am?
He got hit a lot.
I said, are you Roberto Duran? I don't know. That was the only boxer I could think of that kind of looked like him. He goes, I'm Vito Infermo. Oh, yeah, he got hit a lot.
He's still ducking.
Yeah. I said, hey, and he's grabbing me, and he's real strong. And I said, hey, how you doing, man? Hey, like trying to get away from him, and he wouldn't let go of me. Come on, I want to take pictures. Come on, you know who I am. I should have been up there with Robin. I'm a boxer. Man, Gary came over and said, hey, Vito, give the guy a break. It was unbelievable. I don't know, man.
Did you see Marvis Frazier? He was there.
Yeah, Marvis came up in the elevator with me. And, Marvis is this big black guy. And I knew him. I just couldn't place who he was exactly.
Jeff Frazier's son.
Yeah, I thought he might have been Tyrone Frazier at first.
No.
I wasn't sure which Frazier
What are
he was.
you trying to say?
No, come
Old
on.
black boxers look alike?
Hey, I told you I didn't recognize Steve Raidman either. He's a white guy. There were certain people you couldn't place. I was having trouble placing John Lolis out of context.
A bunch of the reporters were complaining to me because they had been told, since it was Robin's book party, they weren't to ask you any Selena questions, and they were like, why can't we? Howard gets to ask anything he wants. Why can't we ask anything we want? I said,
First of all, I didn't want to go to a party and sit there and answer any questions. I wanted to have a party.
He wasn't supposed to answer any questions.
I agree.
So then I walked in and I walked right by him, and they go, hey, Howard, give us a break. I said, hey, dudes, give me a break. I'm coming here for Robin's party. What do you want from me? Interview Robin.
Well, I did an interview with American Journal, so this girl starts asking me about Robin's book. And then all of a sudden she starts asking me all these really stupid
and I didn't
questions.
tell him not to ask me Selena questions. I didn't want to answer any questions.
The publicity firm told him,
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess they didn't want me hassled.
Right. No, it was supposed to be about
Plus, anything about Selena, I've said on the air 20,000 times. These guys love to get a hold of me and just, like, you know...
Bore another hole in that old subject.
Yeah, right. So they can do another report on it.
Yeah.
So I just said, hey, you know... Yeah, another report with me going, hey, dudes, I'm not sorry about anything. Yeah. Well, you did apologize. No, I didn't.
Here is the crass Howard Stern.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I need that again. So, get the Latinos all riled up again. You know, every 2 months I've got another group riled up at me.
Who do you have on tap for next month?
I never know. It just happens.
But did you remember
people think you plan it.
I know.
Weren't the Hasidim mad at us at one point, like 10 years ago?
Yeah, the Hasidim. And then I had...
Yeah, the whole B'nai B'rith was upset.
I remember when the Polacks were after Jackie.
Yeah, that was good.
That was good, too. I like that.
They were going to protest Jackie, but they forgot where Jackie was.
Yeah, they wanted to protest Jackie. No one could find the club he was working. It was such a hole in the ground.
Please.
Remember that?
Yes.
Yeah. It was great. Every group, and I was so glad they were after Jackie. Jackie had, I don't know, done a Polish joke at one of his club days. He's always done that. So some Polish guy said he's going to start protesting.
Jackie used the term Polak.
Yeah, no one's ever heard that word before.
Have you amended your act now, Jackie?
At that point, I already had. That's what was weird.
Oh.
But they took a bunch of stuff out of context and put some really horrible stuff in the newsletter.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I say bad enough stuff. You don't have to...
Don't apologize.
Have to, embellish, huh?
No, they're still here.
Are they really?
No, well, there's some kind of Polish newspaper, but it goes all over the world.
Yeah, you're an enemy of the Polish.
Like my home address and my phone.
Great, yeah.
This guy said death to the Polish people.
Yeah, then it gets worse and worse and worse. Well, I'm at the point now where I'm pretty sure I must have killed Selena.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like they're not mad at the person who killed her.
They let that woman go.
Well, that woman was Mexican. How can you be mad at her? No, it's so
I never
weird.
hear anything about her when they discuss Selena. It's always you. You
are
the horrible human being who hurt Selena.
Yeah, and there was a Spanish broadcast I heard, and this guy was on the air saying that I had the nerve to go on the air the day Selena died and say that Mexican people should be more concerned. No, I had the nerve to go on the air and say, in defending myself, that Mexican people shouldn't worry about what I'm doing. They should worry about the fact that their people are living in cardboard boxes, that the whole Mexican government's corrupt. Mm-hmm. And he goes, that's not right. That's not fair to say.
It's true.
Meanwhile, you open up the New York Times every day, there's another article on the complete corruption of the Mexican government. Well, I'm not saying anything that isn't written in the newspaper. But I don't know, so you can't win that, You just can't win it. So I wasn't going to deal with it. So I went into the party, and they were just following me around, asking me, like, goofy questions now, because they couldn't ask me anything of substance. So it was, like, really weird. Yeah, it was like, Howard, what do you think of the Ultimate Fighting Championship?
That was the only subject left?
Yeah, and then there was another weird topic they were into. Somebody was doing a piece on something.
Well, this woman had asked me a bunch of questions out front, and she asked me, like, 2 Robin questions. Then she started asking a bunch of stupid questions that had there was nothing to do with each other. So like one of them was, did you ever get in trouble in high school?
And somebody asked me those questions too.
And then she said,
I know which one.
What's your sexual fantasy? Yeah. And then she's like, did you ever get arrested in high school?
Yeah, and they're not stuttering.
Right. So then I saw this woman interviewing your wife. So
but that's what it kills me. The weird thing is that they'll come down on Stuttering John for asking stupid questions, but these are legitimate reporters asking stupid questions.
Yeah.
I swear to God, a reporter comes up to me, and I'm like, hey, man, I'm just trying to have a drink here. I think I was talking to John Lolis, as a matter of fact, and I was enjoying a club soda. So she comes up and she goes, do you think fidelity is important in marriage?
Yeah, that was it.
So I said, hold it a second. I said, stop the camera. What are you talking about? What kind of question is that? Well, I mean, in other words, it can't have to do with Robin's book, I don't think.
Yeah, I thought that was out of left field, too. I said, wait a minute, my book didn't have anything to do with
what they do is they find out who's going to be there, and then they say, well, we're doing a piece on marriage. And normally, I would never participate in a piece in marriage. Like, they call my agent all day and night. They go, we'd like to comment on Howard about marriage. So I go, yeah, it's important. I mean,
but who wouldn't say yes to that question?
I don't know. And then I said, well, luckily I have a radio show where I can almost stretch the boundaries of marriage. But all of a sudden I'm doing a report on marriage. And then you know what? Part of you goes, well, maybe I should just turn around and keep walking. And then you go, you know how goofy that always looks. We asked Howard Stern about his marriage, and all he did was keep walking. He knew better. Because my wife was all upset that they asked her that. And I go, you know what?
It had nothing to do. They were doing a piece. Yeah, it had nothing to do with that.
Well, my wife goes, I did a piece for Extra on fidelity in marriage. I go, oh, Christ. I said, that's why I can't take you anywhere. I don't want you in a piece for fidelity of marriage. No wonder Howard Hughes hid. Anyway.
Yeah, because I got the high school questions, too, and I thought, what? You know, this woman just said, what did you do in high school? And I said, nothing.
Well, what they do is they broadside you, blindside you, whatever that expression is, because, if someone contacted you and said, we would like you to take part in a special on marriage and ask your questions about marriage, you would sort of walk in and be in the right frame of mind. All of a sudden, I'm at a book party for you. I walk in, and suddenly a guy goes, Howard, what about fidelity in marriage? I go, what did I do? Did I get caught doing something? I know I didn't do anything.
Am I holding the wrong woman?
Yeah, what am I doing? What, is Judith Regan's hand down my pants? I mean, what is going on here? So I'm like, wait a second, what does this got to do with her book?
But here, for me, it was like, here I wrote this whole book about how I did absolutely nothing in high school because I was so crazy and isolated.
And they're asking you about high school.
Like, what's the worst thing you ever did in high school?
Well, my father had his hand down my pants. How's that?
No, that happened in elementary school.
There you go.
It's like, I didn't do anything in high school.
Right. Oh, good answer.
Yeah.
Great interview.
Why? I mean, but if they blindside you like that.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
I couldn't think of a darn thing to help them with.
Hey, did anybody tape everyone's speeches? Did we get the tape of that?
I think he might have
He was there.
So where is it?
Let me go get it.
Yeah, I thought they were going to do that.
They taped it. I think I saw him taping it.
Yeah. You got to hear Gilbert's speech. He got up to give a speech about Robin. Didn't say one thing about Robin. He did his act. And Belzer and I are sitting at the table dumbfounded. Belzer goes, what has this got to do with Robin?
But you know what is worse? You're playing to all of those cameras.
Yeah.
And those reporters. So you get no reaction
whatsoever,
at all.
Yeah.
You can't even see the people you'd really like to talk to, and reporters refuse to respond to comedians.
Nobody even listens. I mean, when you were talking, nobody was listening.
No.
Nobody listens.
It's ridiculous.
Gilbert was up there doing the parrot from Aladdin.
I know.
That was weird.
But I thought any minute now, since Gilbert's not getting any laughs, he's going to start cursing.
Yeah.
Gilbert's living for. He doesn't care. The more he bombs, the funnier he thinks it is.
I saw Marvin Kittman there, the reviewer from Newsday.
Right.
I was rapping to him for a second or two, but it looked like he was leaving.
He got there really early and left really early.
Yeah, what was his
He was
problem?
there at like 10:06, and he left at like 6:20. He just wanted to say hello to Robin.
And Robin wasn't even there yet.
Right.
He likes you.
I know that.
Yeah. A lot. He thinks you're the more talented one on the show.
He's a big fan of my work.
There you go.
Kreskin is another big fan of my work.
Yeah. Lucky you.
Kreskin was also telling Cittery John what a big fan he was of his work.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Don't get too carried away with that compliment.
Get carried away, what happens?
People walk around a party and they start complimenting everyone. Anyway, we should get this girl in here, huh?
Yeah.
I'm anxious to do that. Don't worry, we'll get the phone calls, and I got to read this Letterman article in the paper.
Yeah, I think Letterman's I'll give you a call.
Hey, did you pull out that David, that Leno stuff I told you to get?
Yeah, I didn't get through it yet.
Dennis Miller?
I didn't get through it yet.
Oh, good.
That was last night that they were on?
You shouldn't have been at any party then.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Yeah. Yeah, come on, man.
I'm gonna pull it today.
Yeah.
I thought the lovely Mrs. Baba Booey looked quite nice last night.
Yeah, she looked good. My mother said, oh, lovely girl.
I said a baby 6 months ago. I thought she looked good.
Yeah. My wife looked pretty good, didn't she?
Your wife looked very beautiful last night, yes.
Because nobody's mentioned that they wanted to have sex with her. I think maybe she's slipping.
Oh, stop that.
She's all right, right?
Yeah, she's very pretty.
Yeah, I don't want her embarrassing me.
Oh.
No, she's not embarrassing you. Not at all.
She looks like you look at her and you say, hey, she's a lot better than he deserves, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's still okay.
She's still out front.
Yeah, right. If I start beating her in the looks department, let me know. That's pretty bad.
You're crazy.
Yeah, well, I'm a realist. I'm in show business. I got to present a front. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever.
I see guys walking around with wives, and it's clear that like they should leave them already. And then
What, did they get married for looks?
Yeah.
Oh, you.
I don't want to hold on too long. If she slips,
You're
good
holding
night.
on to her until, what did you say in that vow?
Until OJ kills her.
Like
Do you part.
Right.
It's like a stock.
It's like a stock. It keeps growing. But you got to know when to dump
Gotta know before
Gotta
it
know when
turns
to
around.
sell.
Got to know when to sell.
Gotta know when to bail.
What was your wife wearing? I didn't see her, Jackie.
Something very sexy she bought in New Orleans.
Why didn't she come up and say hi?
I didn't get to talk to your wife either. It was so crowded. That,
Really?
Jackie never even came into the VIP area.
Well, Jackie's not a VIP.
That's true.
Who would want Jackie in a VIP area?
Because I thought he wasn't there.
Yeah.
something weird was going on last night. Towards the end of the night, there was like a little wives meeting of some sort. I saw Mrs. Norris, Mrs. West, Mrs. Mortling, and then my wife sort of stuck her head in there, and they were huddled.
Yeah.
They actually got in a huddle. And at one point, I went to go in, and
it was close.
Billy's wife got angry and threw me out. She said, "This is just for ladies."
Oh, God.
I
don't know what was going on.
Let's fire Billy so we can get his wife out of that little group. You know?
I didn't even get to say hello to V because you couldn't get across the room. You see people and you couldn't get to them.
She has replaced Sirianni as the official troublemaker.
Yeah, right.
That's why you love her.
I want her around.
Billy's wife is the wackiest one out of the group. I used to think it was your wife.
She left them in the dust, man.
It's not your wife anymore.
Yeah, Nancy's a piker.
Yeah, Billy, who works on the show, his wife.
Nancy
I don't know,
walked in
man.
last night wearing something that
She was
just
called
about
up crying.
see-through, and I'm like, oh, boy, and all of a sudden V walks in nude, you know.
Right, good.
Right. What she was wearing.
Good. I would like to see your wife. I would love to.
She looked great.
Yeah, I missed it.
She looked great.
And what was she busy with last night? Meetings? Your wife?
Well,
we wanted her to cut the Linda Ronstadt song, but she was busy with meetings.
She had to go meet with the guy at the Long Island Brewing Company for the benefit money.
Oh.
The big benefit.
I heard she had a series of meetings. She'd be unavailable.
Oh.
Her schedule didn't allow her. I was like, what schedule?
How dare anyone have a life?
A life? Please.
How dare anyone not move that meeting?
Yeah, right. When I could have gotten something really important to do. All right, let's take a break, and we'll be back right after this. Let's take a few phone calls on our phone. First up is Dick Cavett, who didn't get to come to your book party last night, Robin.
Yeah, where was Dick?
He wants to say something real quick. Say it real quick, Dick, because you're awfully boring.
Hello?
Dick is so boring.
Hey, what should I wear to Robin's party tonight?
What is this? You wrote a poem?
No, don't tell me I missed the party.
Oh, please, Dick, stop with the lame joke.
Hey, Robin, I don't know what...
One more lame joke and I'm hanging up on him.
I know. If you do, you'll miss a gem.
All right, Dick, what do you want to say quickly?
Well, I have a feeling you didn't
I'm very upset that you didn't come to my party.
I sent you a telegram.
I didn't get it.
Well, it had a poem in it.
What was the poem?
I labored over it.
You know what? I don't even want to hear the poem.
You do, Howard.
No, I don't.
All right, come on.
Your listeners do.
No, I don't. No one likes poetry.
They're clamoring outside my window saying...
He's going to single-handedly spearhead the revival of poetry.
Yeah.
I didn't have a... Here it goes.
How much you want to bet this is going to be the most boring thing you've ever heard? I tell you, Dick, if it's boring, I'm hanging up on you. I don't care if you're a celebrity, sort of.
I dare you to listen to my alternate last line.
What were you busy with last night that you couldn't go to a book party?
I'll tell you. I was doing...
oh, that's right. You were home getting yelled at by your wife.
Politically incorrect.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know what?
You'd have been better off at my book party. More people would have seen
I
it.
heard that...
You know that show gets a .2 rating?
Yeah.
That's less than...
And they usually say you could be off plus or minus 1 point, right?
Right. Dude, I'm saying this is a .2.
Yeah, so I'm saying that they have nobody.
Yeah, this is a 0, .1, .2, and they say the ratings are off by a point either way, so they could actually have no viewers.
Yeah.
But they're the cream of the crop. Listen.
Dick goes on all the shows with no viewers.
Well, Dick likes those.
If you add them up, you get no viewers.
Right.
Wait a minute.
All right, go ahead. Quickly do your poem, and if it's bad, I'll just hang up.
Yeah, but Howard, the alternate last line is about you, so you'll have to stay for that.
Okay, quickly.
I do it fast. There once was an ex-nurse named Quivers, whose job it would give you the shivers, paid for laughing at Howard, over whose talent she towered, when she'd rather be transplanting livers.
You know what, Dick? I'm glad you didn't make it.
Well, you know,
Phoenix, you're on the air.
He's no poet.
Yeah.
Good morning, Howard.
Hi, how are you?
We don't know what he is, but he's no
I
poet.
don't know what that was.
That's
I've heard better guests on the Gong Show. Hi, what can I do for you?
Howard.
What?
How you doing? Is it true that Jackie had his Jokeland table set up outside of Robin's party?
Yes. Hey, speaking of, you know what was weird?
What?
Robin really didn't put together this party. You have, like, publicists and stuff who do it, but Robin's sort of trying to act like she had something to do with it. But
well, it was in my name. I have to.
They had this charity there that Robin didn't even know the name of.
Children's Advocacy Center.
Oh, yeah. She had a day to memorize it. So she wrote it down. Says it in front of her. So anyway, I get in there and I'm being.
Did you give?
Well, let me tell you, I'm being chased by like reporters and stuff to Robin's book party. It was just like a party where people chased me. So I'm getting chased around the room from room to room to room because it was like in this giant size apartment, and I'm getting chased from room to room, and then all of a sudden this woman comes up to me. She starts handing me leaflets. I go, people are soliciting during the party. So she goes, hello, another British accent. Hello, Howard. Did you bring a check for Children's Advocacy? I said, no, I didn't. I'm not going to get fleeced. I'm here for Robin's party.
Horrible.
So she says, you have lots of money. I said, you don't know what I have.
Yeah, they weren't supposed to badger people.
Yeah, oh, she badgered me.
If you want to give.
No. She said, where is your donation? Because I got a feeling nobody donated.
I don't know where the table was. I never saw them.
They gave up on the table. It was just this woman walking around, this blonde.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
So she kept walking around. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to be donating. I just didn't bring a check with me tonight, but I've got it all set up. Finally, I thought I just lied to her.
I'll be collecting. No, I would have certainly planned something better than that, because you would have had to have an area where people had to walk by the table in order to get donations. I don't know where they were set up.
I don't think it mattered.
I thought they just changed their mind, that they got embarrassed after what they heard on the air.
I don't think it mattered. I just think, like, if there'd been a table, no one was given.
How much did Jackie get?
No,
Nothing.
if things are set up properly, you have the proper context, things happen. But I don't think anybody thought about this stuff.
I think I noticed a check in my dad's wallet that looked like it had been filled out in case he got badgered, but nobody bothered him.
You're not supposed to badger people. But they didn't even know how I was supposed to get up on the back of that flatbed truck. So
Did you get badgered, Jackie?
Bother to try to figure out how to do that.
I totally forgot about this whole thing until I saw, by the time I saw a third person wearing a little blue ribbon, I said, what the hell is that? I thought maybe it was a thing saying it's all right to be in the party or something. I said,
people wearing blue ribbons. I said, well, what's with the blue ribbon? What does that mean?
They're for AIDS.
Yeah, that's people for it. So Judith Regan was wearing one. And I said, well, what's the blue ribbon? That's for the children.
See, at first I thought it was like a VIP thing.
Yeah,
so
see, they didn't tell anybody anything. They would have been handing out blue ribbons at the party. Nobody thought of this stuff. It was really poorly planned, and that's not my fault, because I'm a good planner.
No. It is your fault.
No, it isn't, because
you were not
they
involved.
told me they were taking care of it. I've never seen them throw a party before, but boy, oh boy, will I never let them do it in my name again.
And you didn't even invite the E people or anything. You didn't invite Scott Einziger and Robin. They hate you now.
Good. I like being hated. It makes me work harder.
What?
Write a book about it.
I don't know if you care about this, but Mr. Cavit's on the phone again. He says you ruined it because you didn't hear the last line. You ruined his joke.
Oh, who could tell whether he was finished or not?
Please. Hey, Dick.
Yeah?
Unlike you, I got to have ratings for a living.
Listen,
People just don't keep giving me work.
Robin.
Yes?
I've got it. The ending. A better one.
Okay, go.
Though as beauteous as Venus.
Just let it hear it. Dick Cavett called off the air and he goes, he effed it up, man. He didn't let me finish.
Yeah. Like someone could F that. Like he didn't F that up. What is it, Fa-Fla Fluli?
The Bells is here.
Yeah, let Bells come in. We're going to do news. So Belzer at the book party last night.
I always thought Belzer was taller.
He used to be taller.
Is he shrinking?
Yeah, he did. Belzer's doing pretty good. He's on some show.
Homicide.
Yeah. I think he's feeling real good about himself because he's like,
well, it's so critically well reviewed, and it's going up in the ratings.
Hey, there he is. Hey, you used to be taller, didn't you?
No, it's just...
Bells is growing this really bad mustache.
Yeah, what's that for?
For some part, he's going to be in a movie with Tori Spelling where he kills her.
And he needs a mustache.
She kills you?
I play a Colombian gangster, so I figured I'd grow a mustache, but I didn't know it was going to...
A Jewish Colombian gangster?
Listen, don't fool around with me, mister, all right? I put a bullet...
So Bells grew a mustache, and Bells is like an older guy.
Bells has a terrible mustache.
Yeah, it's like really bad.
It looks like...
Well, it's better than Fred's.
And he tries to make it... What are you going to do, darken that or something?
Okay, I get that idea. I need mascara under my nose.
And he thinks it's not going to look like Bells.
Like a big smudge under his nose.
He thinks he's going to look like a Colombian because he has a mustache.
Here's how I'm going to play the Colombian.
Yeah, right, let me see.
I'll show you. Like this. You do that again, and I'll blow you up.
Yeah, right, there it is. The Bells.
That Groucho. But, ladies and gentlemen, when I came to this country... So, here, can I tell a cute story about
what?
The party last night?
Is it real long? Because we got to get out of here.
It's a 30-second... You mean leave the building?
We have to go...
Yes,
we're going to go shoot a basketball game. I'm playing Martin Landau's... You know that girl that was kissing Martin Landau on the Academy Awards?
His granddaughter?
Yeah. I'm playing her in basketball today.
Well, just drive a stake through her heart and you'll win. But let me just tell you this quick, cute story. I'm at Robin's fabulous party, and I come in and...
Bells, you got dry mouth?
Yeah, I do. Can I get some water?
Yeah.
Did you just walk through the door?
Yeah, I just ran in here. I just came back from Europe.
Here's Bells talking. Hi.
Cheap coke. But when I came to this country...
Right.
So this is jet lag and running...
You just smoked some weed, I bet.
Not at this hour.
Hey, you're dry.
Bells doesn't even talk about smoking weed anymore ever since he got that part.
Because he's a TV actor now.
Bells every year... Listen to this. This is a real quick story. Bells every year used to go over to, Holland
No, I didn't. I never went once.
Didn't you go to that dope festival?
No, you outed me last year because I was thinking of going.
Yeah.
You never went?
And then Schaefer called me and said, you can't go there, man.
Well, let me do this. High Times throws this thing every year. High Times magazine.
The Bud Bowl.
The Cannabis Cup. The Cannabis Cup. Right.
Oh, the Cannabis Cup.
High Times. You know what's embarrassing? When you're in your 40s and you still read High Times.
And knowing the name of it is ridiculous.
How about being 50 and reading? But the Bells always enjoyed a little pot. And, and a little schnapps. So,
I'll do some schnapps.
Yeah, a little schnapps and pot. So they invited him to this Cannabis Cup where they have celebrities. And,
judges, right.
They try to get celebrity judges.
And what you do is you smoke a bunch of pot and decide which one is the best.
Yeah, after the first one, how do you know?
Chips Enough from Enough's Enough, which it was a band.
Yeah.
David Lee Roth was there.
Yeah. And these guys...
All people who've been arrested before.
Right. So they go over, and what you do is each little hash house, they have a little shop that sells it. You go to each one, you smoke, and then you try to eat something to clear your palate. And then you go
what does that do? You're all foggy in the brain.
You eat a hash brownie to clean your palate.
Chip told me, he goes into like one shop, he says, give me your finest hash. And he smokes, and they have to give it to him because the Cannabis Cup pays for it.
Right.
And he's smoking his brains out. Yeah, and then he smokes it and he goes, this was good. And then he goes to a little cafe, then he eats. All right, then he mellows out a little bit, goes into the next place, and then he goes, give me your finest, marijuana. And then he sits there and he smokes it. And he says, this is a full day, almost into the night. You can hit 3 to 5. Yeah, you hit 3 to 5 hash shops.
Now, if they had a hooker contest.
Yeah, that's
you have
different.
One in the morning, you have a little something to eat, then you have another one. Yeah.
So anyway, Bells was all excited he was going. And he even said to me, yeah, I'm going.
No, I said, do you think I should go? I asked you on the air.
Yeah.
And then they came in, Enough's Enough?
Yeah. And they said, you got to go, little brother. Yeah, you got to go. So Bells got all caught up in it, and then all of a sudden...
He was going.
Oh, then Paul Schaefer said, you can't go there. You're not contraband anymore.
All right, because you got a job on a network show.
I got a real job.
You're legit.
I'm paying the rent.
Yeah, but it's legal over there.
I know. I'm not saying I wouldn't go there and do it unpublicized.
Right. It's just you didn't want any...
I mean, I go to Heroin Island every fall.
Yeah, right.
You have gone there unpublicized.
Yeah. How is Heroin Island?
Heroin Island, I don't remember.
Is it nice? What do you clear your palate?
I was in the Nod Squad.
Yeah, what do they clear your palate with there?
Hervé Villechaize comes out and gives you heroin.
Is he still around?
No, he's dead. That's why you can say that.
That's a hiatus.
Heroin Island.
He still gets you high.
Right, hiatus.
Cute story. I come into the party last night, and Kreskin, the mentalist, comes over to me and goes, hey, how are you? And don't we look alike? And how are you?
And he gets right in your face.
And boom, 5-minute conversation, 2 inches from my face.
Did he shake your hand?
Yeah, broke
real
my arm.
hard and broke your arm.
Pumped it like,
I wouldn't shake his hand, and I told him I wouldn't. I said, I'm going to shake your hand.
Well, he should have known you wouldn't have shaken his hand.
Yeah, but then I did shake his hand, and then
you were sorry.
Haley was standing next to us, and he shook it so hard it cracked her in the collarbone, and she was like in pain.
Yeah, he really pumps it.
Yeah.
So I talked to him for 5 minutes face to face, right? Half hour later, he comes over to me with my brother, who looks like me, my brother. You saw my brother.
Yeah.
And he was talking to my brother for 20 minutes thinking it was me. Here's the great mentalist.
Yeah, right.
Kreskin. So Jackie has a funny story. Jackie goes, tell him what you said.
I told him earlier. It's like ridiculous. Because the goof immediately is to goof on him.
Because he's a mentalist.
Because his act is that he knows everything. And I go up to him and say,
especially a comedian.
Hey, how did you know there was a party? Ha, ha, ha. And he goes, oh, I got an invitation. He's not in on the joke.
No sense of humor.
No idea.
Yeah. No idea you're goofing around.
Before he shook my hand the first time, I said, before you say anything, how much money do I have on me? He goes, what do you mean? I said, don't you predict where your check is?
He goes, no, that's all fixed. Yeah, stupid. Wait, that's all set up at a club.
I didn't set it up.
Yeah.
He said, I've lost $51,000 in New Zealand.
He's a weird dude, man. And he gets right in your face and starts talking.
Well,
and Kreskin doesn't have great breath. True? Am I right?
I didn't get that close.
Yeah, I did. He gets right in my face. He's like in love with me or something.
You're so tall. How did he do that?
I don't know. He gets right up to me.
He levitates.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess, it'd been a long day or something.
Do I get the water, or do I have to go down on someone?
I don't know. Hey, Baba Booey, how about the water? How about the water?
Come on, guys. Give me a break.
Yeah, let's do it.
I brought back an item from European News that Robin should read. Can I give it to her?
Hey, can we just do the regular news?
This is really...
Are you here to promote anything?
No. Well, I'm doing a movie with Tori Spelling called Shattered for NBC.
Did you see her on... You watch 90210? Probably not.
That's my area code. No, I don't know. I don't really watch it. Here. Yeah. Go ahead.
She has got breasts now. Her breasts have blown up. Yeah, she is good.
Uh-huh.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah, my
She's one of my favorite gals on TV.
You know the story about her auditioning for that? She changed her name. She didn't get it because she's spelling.
Yeah, sure.
That's true.
Yeah, okay.
Very few people know
And
that.
her father didn't recognize her, huh?
Right.
Yeah.
He goes, I think that's my daughter, but she's disguised.
Yeah.
I think that's Oprah Winfrey.
She looks just like my daughter, but her name's different.
Without that weird hat.
Yeah. Gee, honey, you really fooled me. Good for you.
I got to give this to Robin.
Well, don't give it to her in the commercial, okay?
All right.
Mellow out.
You got to read this, Robin.
Let me take a break. And
Do what you got to do, man.
all right, and we'll be back right after these words with all the news.
And I have other promos. Other things to promote.
Do you really?
I did a movie with Joey Lawrence.
Hey, big deal.
Well, I want to sell my
Joey
phone.
Lawrence.
Joey Lawrence.
Is that something to brag
Are we
about?
on the air?
No. Is that something to brag about?
He's actually a great guy, and he's a good actor. He's a wonderful kid.
Do you know
Gonna be a
anybody
huge
who's
star.
not a good actor?
Yeah, a lot of people.
Yeah. Anyone who won't work with him.
That's right.
All of a sudden, Belger's like not even a comedian anymore. He's an actor.
No, he's connected, and now he's getting nice. Do you notice that?
Yeah. He used to goof
He
on
used to
everybody.
have opinions.
Let's
he doesn't
talk
have
about the
any.
government. You'll hear how.
Oh, we're off the air.
No, I'm lying.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, let's take a break.
Funny.
You didn't know you were on the air?
No, I didn't.
If you knew you were on the air, would you ever say Joey Lawrence was a good guy?
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah, okay.
No, really. He is.
All right, let's take a break, and we'll be back right after these words. Snappy Belzer.
Let's return
My code.
to the Howard Stern Show.
All right, Robin's going to do the news. Belzer's going to sit in. You know, he likes doing that. Any club dates or anything to promote? You don't do that anymore.
I'm a movie actor.
Okay. Belzer's now a
He's
movie
out of
actor.
the club. He hates that.
He's on.
Smokey, aren't they?
He's on a show called Homicide.
Life on the Street, which is on tonight, an episode that Barry Levinson directed.
Is that right?
Bruno Kirby's in it. It's a great episode.
Okay, there you go.
Check that out.
Tonight at 10.
I got nothing to do. I'll watch it.
This is a funny story that Belzer gave me. It's Stargard, Poland.
Yeah.
And he says this is not a knock on the Polish people, but he won't do this.
Right, go
He
ahead.
wants me to do it.
Not
They
a
have
fan.
these toughness contests over there, apparently.
In
Guys
Poland.
in
Yeah.
Poland get together and try to figure out who's the toughest guy among the group.
Oh boy! Now let me guess how they. Wait a second.
guess.
You can't.
You've
got to listen to
You cannot guess this.
I just want to figure out how you prove in Poland that you're the toughest guy.
Here you
Listen
go. Here you go.
There are 4 guys, all right? And then
Okay.
there's this one guy named Krzysztof Asninski.
Oh, no.
So they're in the backyard, and they're trying to decide who's the tougher guy.
First of all, they've been drinking.
Well, after a day of nonstop drinking, the 4 men had a breath-holding contest. Then it escalated to hitting themselves with wooden blocks.
All right, first they hold their breath.
Right. Then they start hitting themselves with wooden
All
blocks.
right, you have to beat yourself with a wooden block.
Right.
All right.
That wasn't enough.
Right.
They start hammering nails into each other.
Wow.
But we don't stop there.
What country was this?
Poland.
Oh.
Then, listen to this. Then one of the men dared Krzysztof to chop off his hand, which he did.
What paper is this in?
It's real stuff.
All right, go ahead.
And in the ultimate display of toughness, then Krzysztof dared the other guy to cut off his head, which he did.
Cut off his own head.
His
Yeah.
head.
Yeah.
So the guys cut off
The
Krzysztof's
other guy's
head,
cut off his head.
Wow.
and now the 3 are being charged with murder. And they're saying, no, it's not murder.
It was a contest.
It was a
It was
contest.
contest. We were trying to prove we were tough. He's
that
the toughest
wild?
guy.
Wow.
This is great paper in English in Europe that gives you items from all over Europe.
Wow. Wow.
Can you imagine?
I said, I got to bring this.
But it's hard to believe that took place in Poland.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Why would that happen there?
Why
I
Poland?
know, very interesting. You think it would be like Austria or
Just, you know, like, why do guys do, you know, I could understand doing that on pay-per-view.
Oh.
Making a
Put
fortune.
in your backyard
Yeah,
for
I mean,
nothing.
what's that?
Man contest.
Yeah, tough man contest.
But this is in your yard with no one around.
Yeah, no video camera, nothing.
Oh, you think you're tough? Give me a nail. I nail in your face. Boom, boom, boom. I'm tougher than you. Take that hog over there. Stick it up my... Okay, now you just...
Yeah, right.
Give me a break.
Children.
Yeah, electrocute
Then
me.
you cut off my head.
Wow, they really got into
And
it.
they did.
Yeah.
That's what blew my mind.
Yeah, but it was a tough man contest.
And they did.
Yeah.
You read that very well, Robin.
See, if they had a referee, it would have been better. All right, very good. Good story.
Amazing.
Belzer
Every time
checking
I go to
in.
Europe, I'll bring something back.
Oh, that's wonderful. Bring me that.
We look forward to all of your news
You know,
stories.
I saw this thing, and also in Europe, there's a new term in Europe called so-called shock jocks.
Right.
They're not. I guess
So-called.
they borrowed from here.
Oh, do they have shock
well,
jocks?
in Germany, the law had to clamp down on certain shock jocks.
Shock jock.
Because
They were getting too shocking.
Yeah,
But if you're a shock jock, you shouldn't change. You should keep shocking people.
exactly,
Right.
exactly. But it's new over there.
I see. It's just some guys trying to pioneer.
On the BBC, actually, they had problems with some guys that were too randy.
Randy, yeah, I know. Yeah, they were not polite. Yeah, I heard, like, the BBC keeps trying to interview me and get my show over there. Not the BBC, but some of these pirate stations.
Right, those, not the pirate stations, but those independent stations.
And they do specials on me all the time.
Yeah.
Like in England, they're really obsessed with what I do on the radio.
Well, they're into scatology.
Yeah.
Well, you know, a guy, I've been doing these book signings all over the place, and one guy was from Scotland.
I know.
He came over to the book signing.
Yeah.
Scotland.
Well, that's like these guys.
Satellite radio.
No, but I'm telling you, there's like 50 like English broadcasters constantly calling me and want to interview me. And I go, well, how would you know me in England? Why would you do a story on me? They go, we're very aware of the shock jock phenomenon.
In fact, we've had those articles that come from France, and they always say, you know, we have guys over here trying to be like Howard Stern, who makes lots of money doing this in America, but these guys pale in comparison to you, they always say.
Yeah, great.
Figure it out.
Actually, in Poland, I was reading, they got a shock jock there who actually gets himself wet and then sticks his finger in an electrical socket and actually shocks himself.
Literally shocking.
Yeah, in a tough man contest on the air.
Tough jock contest.
He was definitely tougher than you.
He was Poland's greatest disc jockey, but now he's dead.
Toughest disc jockey.
Poland's toughest disc jockey.
They
missed the whole
thing.
I'm shock jock.
Watch this. You can't see me, but take my word for it. I'm hurting myself now.
Right. You can't see it, but I'm telling you I'm doing it.
Amazing.
I'm crisp.
Speaking of shocking, do you see what they were talking about in Washington yesterday? They held this Senate hearing.
Ouch.
On the fact that the Chinese government
slave labor
is moving up execution dates on prisoners in order to get their organs.
Yeah, right. You got.
And they say that, you know, for $30,000, you can go over there right now and get any organ you need.
Livers.
They'll
How
do
about
it.
a Wurlitzer? But you know, ladies
you
and
order
gentlemen,
anything you want. So if they want something like in your lower body, like your heart or your lungs or something like that, they shoot you in the head. And if they want your corneas, they'll shoot you in the heart.
I have no problem with that. I really have no problem with that. Why shouldn't we take prisoners? And what about people who have lived a good life and there's a shortage of organ donors? I'm not donating any organs.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's the manner in which they do it.
Oh, okay.
Don't you think?
No. What? Wait,
we don't know what prisoners they're killing.
All right, lethal.
Right, we don't know what they've done. They could have stolen
a
a
parking ticket guy. You want to have his heart in your heart?
Yeah. Yeah, I do if I need one.
Don't you think, though, if they were really bad criminals, it'll be like that movie where you start to take on their characteristics?
Yes.
Organs from one of these prisoners.
Really?
Yeah.
It's probably all the students that they arrested in Tiananmen Square that they're executing now.
I can't believe that you agree that O.J. is guilty. Thank God.
I didn't say that.
You finally came to your senses.
What did he say?
You're like, guilty.
Just because there's a trail of blood inside his car and a driveway.
Well, wait a minute. Didn't you hear the explanation?
Don't jump to conclusions.
The police said that.
Didn't you hear the explanation yesterday? There's a vial of blood missing, and they went and spread it around. The police did it.
That explains it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's what the police are doing. Busy framing O.J.
Yeah. You know, they found one of his socks. Behind the grassy knoll.
Yeah, I know. O.J.
Yeah.
They put it there. It was weeks after the actual event.
Well, here's what's going to happen. He'll be acquitted. I mean, he'll be a hung jury. They'll have we got another year of this.
Right. Then they'll get like an all-white jury in there, and they'll convict him.
Well, now they're saying you can't ever have an all-white jury
not in California.
Yes, you can.
O.J. case. No, they're saying they just don't believe that you can do that anymore.
Well, they're going to move the trial to, like...
Iceland.
Like Iceland, where there's only white people. And they're going to... You wait and see.
Show me the sock again.
That's right.
Yeah. But
believe me,
I attempted an Icelandic accent.
In this country... Yeah, very nice job.
Yeah,
in this country...
what they sound like.
Right, who does?
O.J. Simpson will walk. I'm telling you, it's going to be able... In fact, he'll be sitting in that very seat you're sitting in, Bells, in 6 months.
You'll interview O.J.
Oh, of course.
He'll do a $100 million pay-per-view show when he comes out.
Yeah, yeah, I believe it.
He is going to break your pay-per-view record. You know that.
I can't believe that.
I would love to. Promote it right there.
Thank you, O.J.
I would love to.
I would love to.
I would love to.
Well, who's that?
O.J.
Now, wait a minute. Do you have a thing in his cell?
He's here. Yeah, we have a microphone set up, so anytime O.J. wants to comment.
We have an O.J. 8-ball. If you want to ask
have a question?
An O.J. 8-ball?
Hey, you want to ask him a question?
I'll take a hit. I mean, I'll ask a question.
Go ahead. Ask any question that you want to know, yes or no answer to.
Okay. O.J.
Go ahead.
Let's see. Can I want to hear my
career, or will I?
Oh, what's the first thing you're going to do when you get out?
No, that's not a yes or no question.
Oh, yes. Oh, I see. 8
like
ball.
8 ball.
I understand. All right.
Yeah, rule it. Yeah, keep smoking pot. Here, go ahead.
Wait a minute. Let me take another hit.
Yeah, keep smoking before you walk in the door here.
O.J., have you had sex in prison with any of your girlfriends that were allowed to visit you?
Yeah. There you go.
Good question.
Yeah.
No, ask this. OJ, on the set of Bell's new movie, will he have sex with Tori Spelling?
It happens.
Oh, yeah.
So that's kind of up in the air.
That's it.
Well, anyway, at the OJ case, since we're talking about it yesterday, they determined first the defense attorneys were hammering away at this lab guy.
Right.
About the blood under Nicole's fingernail, trying to prove that there was some mystery killer that the police didn't investigate.
We have sound of him hammering away.
Ah!
Listen. Here it is. This is the guy hammering away at the witness.
Which guy was this now? The DA?
Yeah, no, the defense attorney.
No, this is the Polish contest, isn't it?
Yeah, this guy hammering a nail into another guy.
Polish lawyers. Toughest lawyers in Poland.
Yeah. Cut my head off.
Yeah.
All right, so you're saying that...
Yeah, the guy was hammering away about this blood under Nicole Simpson's fingernails, trying to prove that there was a person that might have killed her and Ron Goldman, who the police never bothered to investigate, and then it turns out that it was Nicole's own blood.
Yeah, right. When you have your
fingernails.
cuticles done, that happens.
Yeah.
We'll be back with more scientific experts.
And then they said, all right, let's jump to the theory that there was a vial of blood missing, and all of the blood spatters that came from this case could have been provided by that blood.
Right.
So that's what they're working on now. So the battle lines have been drawn.
Tell him to try this theory. OJ went over, was in a fit of jealous rage, chopped off his wife's head, chopped off Ron Goldman's head because he was in the wrong place at the wrong time, drove home, got in a car, went to Chicago, and came back.
Here's what I think happened.
Go ahead.
OJ's stalking her like he always does, right?
Right.
He's waiting in the back there. He sees Goldman and her together, right?
Go ahead.
They see him.
Right.
She throws Goldman a knife. She takes it. Quick, let's kill ourselves and make it look like double suicide and blame him. So, and then
That's right. Maybe they're having a tough man contest.
OJ up is what you're saying.
Are you saying it was a tough man contest?
Yeah, that's what it was.
There you go.
Okay, you think you're so tough?
Man contest.
You think you're so tough? Let's see you cut my head off.
Yeah.
And OJ did it. It's not murder.
That explains everything.
Let's take a break, and we'll be back with Richard Belzer, Robin in the News, and all of this fun right after
It's the
these
anniversary
words.
of the end of World War II.
Right. We'll be back after these words. Belzer said something interesting to me.
What?
You know, he lives in France now.
Yeah.
His wife made him move to France. And he said it's really weird when you're living in France and news comes out, like the Oklahoma bombing, because you're not in the United States, and it's a whole different thing. He says in France it's like, oh, you got bombed? Get in line. I mean, you know, like all these other...
It happens all the time.
We get bombed every day.
I can't believe you're so amazed.
I mean, what did you say?
Gunfighter Nation, drenched in blood.
Right.
You got a little violence? Gee, that's unusual.
Yeah, they're
Gunfighter Nation.
Not to demean or diminish in any way that tragedy. Just giving a news perspective.
You. Good. He's saying in France they're like...
politically correct all of a sudden.
He's got a show on NBC. You try.
Oh, man.
Yeah. What do you want from him? He's just trying to keep his job.
I gotta pay for this chateau, baby.
This guy was on the road. This guy was on the road doing stand-up comedy for a real long time.
He makes a disclaimer before he says anything.
Belzer was supposed to be famous a long time ago.
Now wait a minute.
It's finally happening for him.
My fame clock was 10 years late.
Yeah.
The battery went dead in '83.
You think he's going to come on this show? You think he's going to come on this show and ruin that?
Screw up.
25-year overnight success. But, you know, ladies and gentlemen.
Say it, Bells. Finally. Bye-bye, rascals.
Barry had to hear me on your show. Barry Levinson hears me on your show.
Right.
And kicks my career.
Exactly.
You figure it out.
That's how Belzer got on that show.
Homicide, yeah.
Homicide. Barry Levinson, the producer.
Director.
And director, heard Bells on the show.
That's cool.
On this show.
Yeah.
I'm a big Levinson fan. What's he going to do for me? He takes bells. He listens to this show and he takes bells?
See?
Maybe next season we'll have you do a little cameo on the show, Robin, if you play your cards right.
We'll take a break and we'll find out all about that cameo when we come back.
All right.
We're sitting here with Richard Belzer, star of Homicide. I thought that show would have been off the air by now, but Belz is holding it together.
Yeah.
Bells getting great reviews in the program.
Somebody has to set the...
Belz, for a lot of years, was on the road doing stand-up comedy. Everybody knows that, and finally got his big break. He wanted to get off the road real bad. He was real upset when Richard Lewis got that TV show and was doing film work.
He's a good friend.
And now you've passed him right by.
No, I haven't passed anybody. There's room for everyone.
Poor Richard. Richard's trying to do that acting thing.
Yeah.
It's not working.
Yeah, but Belz is working out. Richard Lewis is a little tough right now.
He's a good guy. He's a good actor. He's a wonderful person.
Belz still has his Richard Lewis voodoo doll that he used to stick pins in.
He and I...
Come on, admit you're tell me you're not secret. Can you be honest with me for a second?
Yeah,
because he's real honest with me during the commercials. He's a great interview during the commercials.
Is that right?
Unbelievable.
That's when all the good stuff.
I've been talking to him about his first 2 marriages. He's telling me everything.
Go ahead. What do you want to know?
But I won't reveal anything.
In fact, I met one of your old girlfriends not too long ago.
Well, what was her name? Where?
First name.
Let me
In the
think.
men's
What
in the
is
Yankee
her
Stadium,
first name?
changing the ice in the urinal?
Something about
Yeah.
making out in the subway.
Oh, that was
That was
me.
a guy.
What is her first name?
Tell me the truth. Aren't you secretly happy that Richard Lewis is now waiting tables?
Can I tell you the honest truth?
Yeah, be honest.
I have friends in this business that I started with that are doing well, and I'm very happy for them. There are people that I don't like, and when they don't do well, I don't...
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah, I'm serious.
When you first
Richard
started,
Lewis-
when Saturday Night Live first started.
You're going back to a different period
Okay,
now.
and you were tapped sort of to be on Saturday Night Live, and then
Well, I was betrayed
you were betrayed by Lorne Michaels.
Yeah, right.
When you were betrayed by Lorne Michaels.
Yes, sir.
Chevy, you knew you were equals with him. Belushi, all those guys were your friends.
Billy and Gilda.
And Billy and
Right.
Gilda. When all of them went on to superstardom, were you angrier than OJ?
Beyond that. But
Right.
I wasn't angry about them because they were all my friends. I was glad for them. I just felt embittered that I wasn't a part of it. And there was a period of my life where I was very
bitter,
distressed by that because I was in that early...
And it became hard for you. You wanted that fame. And you deserved it. You're just as talented.
And, you know, that was a rough period. Then I went on the road and I started doing other things. Now, all's well that ends well.
There you go. You're alive there now.
I think the girl's name was Shelley.
Yes, I had a girlfriend named Shelley when I first moved to New York.
Shelley with the ass full of jelly?
She was... You went out with her, too?
Yeah, she was my girlfriend.
She's a wonderful singer, by the way.
No, I'm being funny, of course. Did you actually date a Shelley?
Yeah, Shelley Ackerman.
Really?
Great singer.
Good for Shelley. And,
Yes, lovely girl.
didn't work out for you two, huh?
Well,
Because Belzer in the old days used to marry everyone he dated.
Yeah, why did you marry her?
I didn't have the $3 license.
You know, Belzer's not a real good-looking guy like me. I can't imagine before he was famous what he used to date. I mean, the Shelley you probably met when you were famous.
No, actually, at the risk of being immodest, I've always
really
had.
You've been a bit of a
unfortunately lovely women.
Really?
Yes.
Not me. Oofa.
Your wife is wonderful.
Well, my wife.
She looked great last night.
That's why I married her. I finally got someone who looked normal.
Okay. All right.
Why do you think I became addicted to Quaaludes in college? You should have seen what I was having sex with. Oh, I had sex with girls. I mean, pig
card tables.
I mean, seriously, yeah, you would have like vomited. And I would just take two. I would take two Quaaludes.
You could do anything.
I would take two Quaaludes and have sex with them, and they'd be beautiful. And then I'd wake up in the morning. I would just come down, and then all of a sudden,
there's Henry Gibson in bed with
yeah,
you.
and I'd be so embarrassed.
You'd run from the room screaming.
Yeah, I'd just be shocked. Oofa. I would be so
That's
shocked.
another thing they do in Poland. They have an ugly sex partner contest.
Is that right? I won that one. My dad was all thrilled that you were there last night because
your parents are great. Your mother came over and said, "Do you know who I am?"
Yeah, like the only old bag there. Yeah,
I know you, Mom.
Well, my dad was like, my dad doesn't talk to anybody. He's like real antisocial.
He was working me and Gilbert a little bit.
Yeah, well, what happened was he comes in, he goes, "Who are those two comedians again?" I go, "That's Belzer and Guthrie." Right. I'm gonna listen. They're doing a wild routine over there with each other about dreidels. So my father goes over there, and then in the car ride home, he goes, "I was with Belzer and Gottfried, and those two guys are funny, and I was holding my own with them."
He was.
Yeah, he says, I supported their material. I told them that the dreidel salesman should have a dial-a mattress truck and deliver dreidels in 2 hours. Yeah, he was adding to it. I hold my own. Yeah, the third stooge.
That's very funny.
Yeah.
He should be writing for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
In an insane asylum.
Right. In Poland.
In Poland. Yeah, the Tough Man Show. Anyway, the Bells hanging out with my dad last night at Robin's book party.
Yeah.
It was a super night of fun.
There were some interesting people there.
Yeah, I of course couldn't hang out with Bells because I kept being interviewed.
I know, it got pretty tough. I didn't hang out with anybody either.
I just walked up to Bells and I said, "You can't talk to anybody at these things."
It's hard.
I don't think you and I have actually had an actual conversation, have we?
Yeah, well, bits and pieces.
Yeah. Believe me.
You mean at a social function?
Yeah, you would not want to actually talk to me like at any extended amount of time off the air. I'm a real horrible person.
Well, I would talk to you to educate you.
Yeah.
That's all.
You know what? You're probably just as bad at relating to people.
Now, wait a minute. I'm the Bells.
Maybe we both got really high. We could stand each other.
Let's try it.
Yeah, right.
We'll do some
That's why they invented drugs, so you two could talk to each
so you and I
other.
could talk.
Yeah.
We'll do a few lines.
I knew that was a good
We'll have a nice conversation.
I was once almost in a conversation with Belzer. I don't know. He got a ride with me somewhere. We were in my car.
Really?
And Belzer had to jump out and get drinks at a bar. And he goes, "You want to get some drinks?" And I go, "No." And then one other time, one time at Gary's bachelor party, we almost had a discussion. Belzer walks into Gary's bachelor party.
That. He didn't like the bachelor
He
party.
walked in, he goes, "What is this, World War II, Nazi Germany, with a bunch of drunken Germans all sitting around with naked women?" Because At Gary's Gary's bachelor party was the most disgusting party I'd ever been to.
Who hired those chicks?
It was unbelievable. We had girls up on a table going to the bathroom in a cup.
Technically, were they girls?
Thank God I didn't see that.
Belzer walks in, he goes, "This is disgusting." I go, "Bells, there's 2 guys in there smoking pot. They got some of the best pot in the world, they tell me." Bells disappeared into the room.
I wanted to watch them smoke.
Right. No, he didn't smoke.
He wanted to watch investigated.
He investigated. And Bells just disappeared into the room, and then he didn't have to look at any of the women. It was like a disgusting orgy.
It was the Weimar Republic.
It made you not want to be human.
And as soon as the girl got naked, she would lay down on the table, and guys would just start feeling different parts of her anatomy.
Poking her.
I even had to leave. I was disgusted.
They were feeling your testicles.
That's what it was.
But, ladies
you know what? Somebody faxed me this morning, and they said they heard that Bells had a ball at my party. So I thought that was interesting.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. Oh, okay.
No joke.
Yeah. I even forgot about that.
See? If you forgot about it, imagine how dumb.
Yeah, right. Big deal.
Somebody out there remembers.
Big deal.
I never saw so many press just kind of push all the civilians aside. I mean, it was great for Robin and the publicity part of it. But when you were speaking, it was like it was like the
people.
Beatles. It was like.
It was weird. Belzer got up to make a speech, Gilbert got up to make a speech, and I got up to make a speech, and Robin made a speech. And the whole time we were talking, I don't think anybody heard anything.
Well, by the time you got on, they kind of started listening. But you should play what you said. It was very, very sweet and uncharacteristic.
Yeah, people told me I gave a really good speech.
It was great. It was great. You should play that.
I'm sorry I goofed your mustache balls in front of the press.
That's all right. I'll put mascara on.
And told your real age. I thought that was
my real
really
age,
low.
92.
I told the press that Belzer deserved all the success because he's 72 years old. It's about time he made it.
Even though he can't grow a mustache.
Even though he can't grow a mustache.
No, it'll fill in, don't you think?
Yeah. It should come in real good.
A little mascara.
What, have you been growing it for about 3 months?
I have to play Colombian gangsters.
You look very...
I'm going to kill that button-down collar.
Hey, Robin, we better do the news because we really do have to get out of here. I have to go play basketball against a girl.
Well, it's been 50 years. In the end of World War II, the German soldiers surrendered.
So Germany, is this war? Is this the news?
This is true. Well, it is in the news, right? Isn't the 50th anniversary?
Well, a couple of days ago they were,
the 50th anniversary is May 12th of the Germans.
Sounds like he has some material to do.
I don't have any material. I just have historical fact. The Germans didn't lose the war. They just changed their headquarters from Berlin to Washington.
Didn't you used to be funny?
That's when I was a stand-up.
Since you became an actor.
I'm an actor now.
Where's the punchline?
There's
no
the
punchline.
history portion of the show.
Well, who built our CIA? The Nazis did.
Exactly.
Who were the scientists we brought over here?
I would love to hear your take. Are you a member of this? I think that if Bells had never made it in comedy, he could be a member of a militia.
Oh, yeah. Bells would have gone out, bought a uniform, become a general, General Belzer, and he would have, maroched around.
But I would have blown up comedians, not buildings.
Right. Go ahead.
So in Oklahoma, they've ended the search for bodies, and they're just going to sort of, they say they've gone through all the rubble piles that they can. Yeah, they are not going to tear down the building immediately, and eventually a memorial of some sort will be built in that area. And this McVeigh character still remains the only person who has been charged in the case. They think they have a picture now of a van or some kind of vehicle that John Doe number 2 could have driven, and they may be able to blow it up, not the van, but the picture, up, so that they can get a license plate number. Yes,
Belzer has his hand raised.
Blowing the van up would be redundant. I make a prediction. McVeigh is going to be the Lee Harvey Oswald of this thing.
Right.
He's the patsy. You're not going to find anybody else.
Can I tell you why?
On this kid who was brainwashed or whatever. And
this guy committed an atrocity. He was part of a group that committed an atrocity, and this country, unfortunately,
against our government.
I think they ought to pass a special law just for this guy that we take him into a back room like they do in Turkey somewhere. They attach his nipples to electrodes, start to torture. What they do is they put you on a rack every day.
Well, they have a thing in a chair, a screw that goes
stretch,
up
and then they stretch him every day, and then eventually he'll crack because he's really the only guy who can tell us what's happening. And he's a big wise guy. He's standing there.
Talking.
Yeah, he's benefiting from these.
He's a prisoner of war.
Yeah, he's a prisoner of war. He's given his name, rank, and serial number.
He just got this great defense team that the government will pay for.
Johnny Cochran?
Yeah.
Johnny Cochran, F. Lee Bailey,
Johnny Cochran, and someone else.
Those other 3 despicable race-stirring jerks.
Well, he's got this
race riot stirrers.
Dallas-based Texas Resource Center, which is a group of lawyers who usually
represent despicable people.
Death row inmates.
I'm surprised Kunstler didn't take a cab down there.
Yeah, he's usually busy, but he's too busy with Arabs who blow up the World Trade Center.
That's right. He's got his hands.
He's done a lot of great things. He has this interesting career, Kunstler.
Yeah, good.
Really?
Yeah, right.
I'm glad
push
you
me.
like it.
Don't push
Tough
me.
guys to
We all
represent.
have dark sides and light sides.
Right. Okay. Go ahead, Robin.
So anyway,
What's
that's
he
what's
talking
going
about?
on
Yeah.
in
Our dark and light.
the Oklahoma case. We have a problem here in New York. I don't know why. They interviewed 600 people, and they said the place they would least like to fly at this time is Baghdad in Iran.
I wonder why.
I can't believe that.
Now, wait a minute.
But the second least exciting place to go
Detroit?
is New York.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they don't want to come
Little
here
do they
either.
know. Well, who are these people? Turkish immigrants?
I was just in Arizona. Everyone's afraid to come to New York. I was
Yeah.
talking to people. Like, you're from New York?
What
Oh, my
is
God.
our PR?
Open the paper.
They
Figure it
just
out.
think everything bad happens here. And then the third, we beat Bosnia. People don't want to go to Bosnia either, but they'd go there before they'd go to New York.
Jackie worked the boom boom room in Bosnia.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Boom
So
boom
I think
because
we
of
have
the
a little bit of
explosions.
a PR problem.
Go ahead.
What can we do to improve the we can get that vampire Franklin Jello that say New York at night. Remember that thing?
Yeah, I love New York.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Robin.
You should do that, Howard.
Bells. I got a time limit here, okay?
We
You're
all do.
rambling.
We all do. It's called
okay,
life,
yeah,
baby.
you're rambling a little bit.
Don't push me.
If you got something really important to say,
All
say
right,
it.
all right.
have
I'm
to
on
say
jet
something.
lag.
How about a little editing, huh?
Okay, you're
all right.
Good point. Polish editing.
Go ahead.
Rupert Murdoch looks like he's going to get by the FCC.
Well, he gave $1 million to Nazi Gingrich.
No, he didn't. You
See,
don't have
Newt
any proof of
Gingrich
that.
is not on the FCC.
All right, my
Whatever.
mistake.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
The Federal Communications Commission was looking into the
We don't like them.
money deal with Fox Broadcasting because there's some regulation about foreign ownership of television stations in this country. And they're saying now that he'll probably get a waiver because they don't think the public interest is being denied.
Yeah, well, for God's sakes, what do they expect? Rupert Murdoch's suddenly going to give up all his holdings? That's absurd.
He would say, Fox them.
Right.
Well, he did tell them that he was going to finance it in a different way.
Ooh.
Look, all I know is they got another channel providing original programming, which is good for people in show business, puts actors to work, puts more people to work. Let them. Who cares who owns that?
That's right, or how bad it is.
Exactly.
The Knicks move up in the
Exactly.
playoffs. They beat the Cavs.
That was a close one.
93-80 last night. Hardly needed any help from Patrick Ewing.
How did Pat do?
He did okay. He played, but
I love that guy.
Do you?
Yeah, what a great player.
He looks like the missing link.
Don't do that.
What?
That's not nice. It's not
now
fair.
why are you saying that? Because he's a black man and you think Howard's making a racial
Yes, that's what he
reference?
thinks. Because Bells is a racist. You're not allowed to make
Robin,
fun of
take
black
the sheet
guys.
off your head and ask me that again.
No, I'm asking you a simple question. You're jumping to a conclusion. You're the racist.
Forget race.
Don't you think
He's
that...
just making fun of the guy's physical appearance, race aside.
Right.
And he's a
And
great
you don't
athlete.
like that?
What?
Yeah. Belzer built a whole career making fun of people. I'm not allowed to make fun of
wit is
Patrick
not
Ewing.
you don't put on a person's physical
Right, listen, I want to continue.
Oh.
Did you hear about Patrick Ewing is now...
Didn't you write this feeling book? Who's that behind that?
Yeah, Patrick Ewing is going into modeling. Did you see that? Male modeling. All right, come on, Robin. Let me take a break and then we'll finish up
Glad
the
the
news.
Knicks won.
We'll take a break. We'll finish up the news right after these words.
All right. Who is that?
What?
Who is that music?
Hey, man, I'm trying to eat.
Sorry.
Oh, like he's going to rush out and buy that CD.
Yeah. Belzer's got a headache from it. Try to act young and hip.
Two brothers and a sister. You know, it's just
Yeah.
always slamming,
weird.
Always slamming.
That's why your name is Slammy.
Slammy Belzer.
Slammy Belzer's here. He's the star of the NBC hit series Homicide.
Which they say in USA Today is a killer.
Yeah.
Don't miss it.
Oh, good.
There you go.
Last episode.
Can't do better than that, Belzer.
We
You
have
really
the
hit
best
it.
actor in television on that show, Andre Brower.
Did you get to renegotiate yet? Because this is your second season, right?
I will. The fourth season.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, we did 9 shows first season, 4 shows second season, 20 shows this
So did your agent get more money?
When the shows officially picked up, we made...
What do you mean officially picked up? It's been on 4 years.
They announced... No, you know, they have to announce the fall... Thank you.
Yeah.
They have to announce the fall schedule on May 15th.
How many years did you originally sign for?
27.
So you got a
$100 a week.
So you got a big
Get out of
problem.
the clubs. No,
Right.
5-year contract.
5-year contract? So have you said to them, look, guys, I would like to renegotiate?
Do I have red hair?
What do you mean?
What am I, David Caruso?
Yeah, you're going to leave to go to the movies.
No, I'm staying. I like to have a job.
Right.
He's a great actor, by the way.
Thanks. Just tell who else is great?
Let's see.
Can you slam a few people? Slammy?
All right, name some people and I'll slam them. Who do you want me to slam?
Paul Schaefer.
No, good friend. Let's call him up. I have to have lunch with him today.
Is that right?
Yeah. Can we get him on the phone?
Well, he'll probably just hang up.
No. Dial the number.
You know, the last time you gave us a number.
Yeah, you know what happened.
Chevy.
Yes.
Chevy, Oldsmobile.
Belzer says to me, let's call Chevy. Chevy and I get into the biggest fight. His wife starts yelling at me.
It's incredible.
That was
a classic show.
Classic show.
Yeah.
So Chevy's, the night before his movie opens,
Yeah.
gets arrested. Good publicity.
Good publicity, yeah. For a family movie.
Good idea.
Yeah.
There's a man who cares about the project.
Yeah.
What's his problem, man? Can't he stop?
I don't know.
What are you drinking and driving? Isn't that sort of passé?
I don't know.
Have you spoken to him, or is he still mad at you?
Oh, he doesn't like me anymore.
Right.
Since that call.
Yeah. Who would? So who cares? He can't do anything for you.
Or against me.
Right.
Well,
I thought the cop, when I read that the cop arrested him, I thought the cop had seen a preview of the movie. He just came over and got him.
Critic police, let's go. Pull over.
Let's go. Hey, buddy, you Chevy Chase? Yeah, I just came from that movie. I saw Cops and Robertsons before that. You're going to jail.
Oh, my God.
Boy, talk about a fall from grace. He is like the most unhip, most unpopular performer in the country right now.
It's incredible how, some people, when they don't do well, they have a reservoir of goodwill, and their fans still stick with them. And nothing here.
Everything's going wrong. Yeah, complete lull in that guy's career.
He burned every bridge.
Yeah. And, he used to be sort of hip. Cindy Adams is cooler than him now. Right?
Isn't that wild, that Cindy?
Hey, I got to tell you, though. I'll tell you, that Chevy, though, boy, things are going pretty bad for him. I got to tell you that. He's all right, come on, Robin. We got to finish up the news.
Yes, I just wanted to talk a little bit about Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee. It's kind of hard to prove to your wife that you love her when you're not doing these kind of antics.
Yeah.
He went into that Expo Club here the other day.
Club
They
Expo.
were giving him the whole tour, and the guy took him up into his office. This is just a club around town.
It's a club.
Okay.
And there was a picture of Pam with her ex-boyfriend, Bret Michaels.
Yes.
From Poison, I think.
Yes.
Hanging on the wall.
So what did he do?
Tommy Lee put his fist through the frame and the glass. He got so angry.
It's a good thing for a drummer to do, to ruin his hands.
Well, it shows that he's secure in his marriage.
Yeah.
He's a centered person. He's not threatened by the past.
Completely destroyed it. And then, when he calmed down, he said, I'll send you, got upset, for the guy because he'd lost that picture of, this star on his wall. So he said, I'll send you one of me and Pam when I get back. But he does this all the time, they say. Whenever he wants to beat up all of her ex-boyfriends, apparently.
Beat up all of her ex-boyfriends' pictures.
Yeah.
Hey,
all their pictures.
Imagine you went out with Pam Anderson. He'd be beating up your picture right now.
And they're running all over town making these public displays of affection. They go to a restaurant, they're all over each other. They go to the club, they're all over each other.
6 months. But
he could go to Poland and win every contest.
And they get remarried every week, everywhere they go.
You know what? Let him be married 20 years, and then we'll see if he gets remarried every week.
They say they're planning to get remarried every week from now on. Our honeymoon is perpetual.
Yeah, we'll
according to Lee.
Divorce in 3 months.
2 weeks ago in Las Vegas, he got into a brawl with another of Pamela's exes.
Oh, boy.
One of
the blackjack dealers.
One of the blackjack dealers.
But in Hollywood, they're talking about some explicit bedroom pictures of the couple that are supposedly circulating.
Uh-oh.
They say it proves why Tommy Lee has so many female fans.
Look out! He's really a woman. But,
Boys, what are you saying? He's hung like a moose?
Must be.
Yeah.
Oh, good. That's important.
Yeah, right. Budget is, the whole country's bankrupt, and China is, killing people. And Tommy Lee's hung like a mouse.
Took over the country. Now we're worried about how big Tommy Lee is.
CIA is completely out of control.
So there you have it. The happy couple continues.
Yeah, good.
It's important.
And here's another love story in Mount Holly. A Burlington County man.
His name is Mount Holly?
No, it's in Mount
I'm sorry.
Holly.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Mount Holly.
He was in West Virginia, and he told an employee of some place that he had a body in the back seat of his car.
Thank you. And?
In Mount Holly?
So, of course, somebody called the police, and the police came, and it was absolutely true. When the authorities got there, he told them that he had killed his girlfriend and then was taking her corpse to California so they could get married.
Yes,
so they could get married?
Yeah. Is there some special law in California?
I don't think she's giving it up on the honeymoon.
They're going to get married every week.
He's going to kill her every other week.
Yeah, right.
Listen to
Her
him.
stabbed body was in the car, and there was a wedding dress in the trunk. He was serious.
You know what that's like? That's like they ran out of concept for Weekend at Bernie's, but it could have been good if the guy just stabs his girlfriend to death and then just drives her out and stops her and takes her in to get married.
Dead bride at Ernie's.
Yeah, right. Dead bride at Ernie's.
Morris D. Fuller has been indicted
No arguments.
on 6 counts, including murder.
Oh, that hurt.
Honey, I want to go out drinking with my male friends tonight.
No.
Okay. No argument here.
There you go.
There you go. All right, am I going to go now play basketball against a woman?
Where are you
Yes,
going
you
to
are.
play? Where are you going to play?
I don't want to announce it. We're going to just shoot this for
you're gonna
television.
film it? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it's part of a TV show. Martin Landau's girlfriend is going to play
All right,
me.
take her down inside and elbow her.
Hey, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get real physical, and then every time she goes up for a shot, I'm just going to pull her shorts off.
We were having, wait a minute, we were having a debate in here yesterday as to how good she could possibly be.
She's
and
real good.
Fred was saying that he was talking to somebody who said, any good junior high school boys team could beat most girls.
There's a lot of great
teams.
women players. That's not fair.
Sure, it's not.
Really? They're not.
Fellas, you want to play for me?
Did you see the UConn team that won the national title, the women's team?
I don't watch that.
Very good.
But all I've got to say is I saw her playing pinball last night, and
If that was any indication.
She was lifting that machine.
Where she was
floor.
bench pressing the machine. She's real
Dribble the
muscular.
machine, yeah.
Well, she has to lift Martin Landau into bed, so.
Is that her boyfriend?
Yeah, well, it was. Now she's with Marjo.
Margaret Gortner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least she was at the party with him. I don't know if that's her
Soylent
boyfriend.
Green.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, great movie.
It was.
Yeah.
About eating dead people. But you know when
Marjo Gortner, yeah. Child evangelist.
Yeah,
Great.
important.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he's big.
Speaking of cannibalism, they
Go
were
from an
talking-
Oscar winner to him. Sorry, Rob.
They were saying that that's going on in China too.
What?
They're selling. They do something to aborted fetuses.
Yeah,
They make women eat them.
They have,
No, I'm being serious.
They have a train there, McFetus, and they make all different things.
No,
out
the
of fetus.
Chinese government is encouraging women to eat their own fetuses because they want to encourage them to get abortions. I'm being serious.
That's not what they were
Did you
doing.
read it, Jackie?
They're encouraging everybody to eat them.
Yeah,
Everybody
they're
to
saying
get their hands
they're
on
putting a propaganda thing together. You think I'm joking, right?
I heard they were making something out of the fetus.
Yeah, but they're saying yeah, they're trying to tell people that it'll make you very healthy to eat the fetus.
Yeah.
So that way they get abortions and want to eat these fetuses.
Oof.
But they're telling the people to eat their own fetuses.
It's a drink, isn't it? A fetus drink.
Yeah.
Fetus cocktail.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, they're really
good.
No, important people.
That's where they get the cheese for Pizza Hut.
Come in.
Hello.
Thank
Just
you.
kidding.
No, you're not.
Oh, boy.
No, he is
I'm not-
kidding. He is
I am
kidding.
This is terrible.
It is.
This is terrible.
Absolutely.
Mainland China. Go visit.
That's Woody Allen.
Oh, man. Spare me.
It's not Woody Allen.
That's what's happening, Howard.
All right, very good, Robin.
Incredible
Thank
sound
you.
alike.
Thank you. Yes. Richard Belzer.
It's Woody Mania.
We'll watch you tonight on Homicide. And
Can I call Paul quickly?
No, I want to get out of here. I don't care about Paul Schaefer right now.
Yes, you do.
He's sinking in the
Are
rain.
you a fan of his?
Yeah, yeah. I like Paul.
Paul's a great guy.
Jackie the Joke Man
Tell him
Marlowe.
we said hello.
Yeah,
I will.
To order Jackie's Wild Comedy CD or cassette, it's $10 plus $3 shipping and handling.
That's
Joke Man
all?
special.
$10?
Yeah, buy two get one free. No overhead. Call 1-800-323-KING. This
Now,
Monday.
wait a minute. I have a problem with this buy two, get one free deal.
Yeah.
Do you just get two?
No, you buy two, $20, and then you get one more for free.
No, you
so
buy
you
one,
buy
you get
three,
one
you
free.
get one for free.
You're
Right.
the only human, if you are human, that's not clear to us.
Buy three, get one free.
This is buy two, get one free. So I figure if I send you $10, you send me two.
Now, wait a minute.
This Monday, May 8th, big benefit with All Folked Up. That's Jackie's wife's group.
Yes.
At Vinnie St. Martin, with Vinnie St. Martin at the Long Island Brewing Company in Jericho, Long
Seems like
Island.
an angel.
For Filthy Jokes and Robin Excerpts, call 516-922-WINE, and she will be doing the Linda Ronstadt song very soon. To order a signed copy of Stuttering John CD, call 201-942-OUCH. And if you're planning a wedding or party and you need a disc jockey, call Scott the Engineer's Rocket Entertainment at 718-BAG-5040. We'll see you Monday, Bells. Thanks for coming by.
Tonight, Homicide at 10 o'clock on NBC.
Right.
Thank you.
Be there or be square. We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.